Mamona, let me hear your voice, bro.
Hello.
Yo, he got that radio voice. Mamona got that radio voice. That sportscaster voice, bro.
Oh man, don't get me started.
Bro, I've been hearing good things about you at Gringos, but I heard you left, bro.
Yeah, that's a story.
Is a whole story? Is it a long story or is it a short story?
Nah, it's a short. I mean, I can take it.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Sarge,
I don't know, man. I feel like when Ella disbanded, a bunch of people reached out because they feel like there's not like competitiveness in the black zone right now, and I kind of agree. So I felt like I kind of needed to go somewhere that can give some of these guys fights, you know, and that's all there is to it, really. It's
these guys, you mean like the top dogs, the top dogs in the game?
I don't know if he was some Blue Army Freeman slave, but he also just kept running his mouth, and he just gave me an easy out, so I took it.
What did he say? Yo, he was bragging about that shit, bro. He was actually bragging about that shit.
Like, I don't know, man. I'm cool with the trolling, but man, it's he wasn't even playing the game, you know. Like, at least play the game if you're gonna talk shit, you know.
I was telling him, I was like, bro, you can't brag about and I actually like him. He's actually a good dude. I don't know why he did that, but and I don't actually know any of the story, but
yeah,
I was like,
dude,
I was thinking,
I had no beef with the BA guys. You can ask Sir Albion or you know, any of those dudes. They're cool people, man. There's that, you know, it's years ago at this point is what it is.
I mean, I heard you've been chill with everybody right now, from like all the XBA are actually I would say they're talking good about you in the past few weeks.
I tried to get Mamono to join Militant.
Dude, I just kind of over the. I definitely was like way too toxic when I was more like invested in the game, but I don't know. I just don't have it in me anymore. You know, I don't know. Probably my testosterone levels that are going down, or you know, I'm fucking balding. You know, I got a lot of things going against me. So
would you call it karma?
My fucking knees. No, not karma. Why would it be karma?
You just said that, you know, you were a lot more toxic in your previous iteration of player.
I mean, look, I'm just taking responsibility for my role and what, you know, I think everyone did their fair share of stupid shit, so nobody's really innocent, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice to see you play with Africa, though.
Yeah, and that was just another thing. DC's like an established guild, and they pulled some okay numbers, and just kind of here to help build up another competent group that can fight people, you know.
That's sick, bro. So, yo, you want to help me introduce Sarge, bro?
He's let's see, the #1 hype caller. No disrespect,
True.
They might not be good calls, but you will, like, if he tells you to run into that choke against a 40-man spiked bomb squad, I'm fucking doing it, and I'm not thinking twice about it.
Yeah, he is hype as fuck. But so we got Sarge here. Let me give him a round of applause.
Can you hold up my clap sign? Hold on.
Let me what?
Hold up the applause sign real quick for the audience.
So, Sarge, listen, how can I introduce you, bro? Military man.
Yeah.
A family man.
Yeah.
A good father.
Yeah. Oh, I tried.
You made some tough kids.
Yeah.
You're obviously a tough dude yourself. You were in the military for a long time. How many seasons?
Give us the origin stories. Give us the origin story before you get into Albion. Let's hear a little bit about yourself.
Oh, the origin story of like me?
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. I was kind of a fucked up kid.
Fucked up how?
I used to get in a lot of trouble. Like,
you were a little rascal, bro. You were.
More of just like a shithead. You know, like I don't know. I just got in a lot of trouble. So like my youth was not the greatest, but I had my daughter super early. So all of a sudden I had this little kid to take care of, and that's what led me to the military. And then from there, the military kind of gave me a bearing and a direction. So, you know, I was able to kind of get my shit together and do well for myself after that point. But I was a pretty big shithead, to be honest.
Around like, what age are we talking about here?
I joined the service when I was 20.
So, for example, everybody says at that young age, you know, like let's say 14 to like 20, like early 20s, they say, you know, we can all make mistakes. We all make mistakes, whatever. Did you make any mistakes that affected the rest of your life? Or was it all like kid mistakes that everybody makes, you know?
No. I made some pretty big mistakes. Like I got expelled from like high school. Obviously, like I had my daughter like super young, so I was 18, and like that changed my life because I was just trying not to be like, after she was born, like I was just trying not to be super fucked up, try to do something. So that's what pointed me towards the service. So
if you hadn't had your daughter, where do you think you would be right now?
Dead or in jail, for sure.
Like for real?
For real.
Damn. So you get expelled from high school. Do you have your daughter with the mother that you're with right now?
No.
Okay.
That did. I mean, like I was so young. Like it just. I mean, obviously, it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely. And then you turn 20. You have your daughter. You get expelled from high school, and then you say, "Okay, my only way out is I gotta come up with some shit," right?
Yeah. Like kids are expensive, and like they need like to eat and shit. So like you gotta fucking do something. You can't be a shithead and, you know, do a great job of raising a kid. So like I had been expelled from high school. I still wasn't doing much shit. Had my daughter. Like I don't know what I was doing, trying to still manage. And then when it got to the point where like I had to make a decision, like that's when I looked towards the service.
Gotcha. And how long were you in there for?
Total 8 years.
Oh, that's a long fucking time. So when you heard, like, I don't know if you saw the Magic Mark interview. Did you see it or no?
Yeah.
So when he was talking about the military and stuff like that, because a lot of people were saying he was capping and stuff. Like, what was going through your mind?
I mean, I mean, he didn't talk about it too much. I mean, he did say like he was with a unit that he didn't remember, and like he did some stuff on the border, I guess. But I mean, he didn't talk about it too much. I mean, I don't know if that was like a reserve unit or National Guard or what. I mean, that's what it kind of sounded like. So I don't know if he was ever active or like what his exact thing was, but you know, that wasn't my life. Like when you're active duty, like you just have to live it every day. I mean, that's your job.
So what did you learn there in those 8 years?
I don't know, like, you know, responsibility, accountability. Like, to be honest, like when I first joined, I was like, because I joined a combat MOS, so I was a 19 kilo, which is a tanker, M1A1. Yeah. So M1A1 armored crew member. So we had
yes, he was also in there. So he was also not in that unit or whatever you said, but he was in the military for a long time, which surprised me. But keep going.
I was not personally in the military.
Oh, okay. So, but so we went to, so you had to go to extended basic training, which is called OSUT, which is like, it's called one station unit training, and it's basically like drill sergeants for the entire duration, instead of like going to basic training and then having like your AIT or your skills training afterwards. So like it's just drill sergeants all the time for the entire 18 to 20 weeks. And when I got there, like, I mean, obviously everybody has to get used to it and shit, but like once you get into some of the training, I was like, yo, you guys are like gonna pay me to shoot shit, blow shit up, drive this fucking tank around, like fight motherfuckers, you know, to train. Like I'm fucking in. And so like once I realized like I could be good at this type of shit, like that it kind of like fit me, like I was all in. So like I put time and effort into my career path. Like I had a good career path. I promoted fast. I, you know, went to a lot of schools. I was able to gain a lot of skills.
So the military saved your life?
Yeah, 100%. The only reason I didn't stay in was because of the kids.
Gotcha. Yeah, because
so the same
you have too much to live for, I guess, right? And like,
yeah, so the same reason I got in is ultimately the reason I got out, because like when I was looking to re-enlist, and again I was on a good career path. Like I would have made if I re-enlisted, I would have gone up another rank basically. But
what rank,
my wife at the I got out as E6.
E6, okay.
So, like, I mean, to get 7, you basically have to fucking re-enlist or, you know, then go board select, right? So,
Past 20 years, right?
no, you just have to, like, there's no way you're getting 7 on a first term enlistment. There's like, that's just not gonna happen, right? So,
Staff Sergeant. Sergeant, Staff Sergeant.
Hey, buddy.
yeah. What's up, Mr. Syndic?
So you're an actual sergeant.
Yeah. So,
Stolen valor here, am I right?
ooh. But no, the same reason I got out was the reason I got in, because at the time I was married to my wife now, right? And she said, you know, she would go with me wherever, you know, no problem, but that I had to tell the kids that, you know, I was going to re-enlist and stay in and stuff like that. And I mean, I just couldn't do it, so I ended up getting out.
Yo,
That shit is hell on families too, having to constantly move around and make new friends. Trust me, I'm a product of it, bro. That shit's rough on kids.
Yeah.
Yo,
I mean, it's just not good.
When did we start the stream? Because I was listening to fucking Title Discord right now, bro. I literally want to back myself. That shit was horrible. What time did we start streaming?
Like 15 minutes ago.
Oh wait, we live right now?
Yeah.
Oh shit, yo, my bad. Yo, forget.
Back to your corner, just for now. Sit down. We'll pull you back up from the lobby in a second.
Bad boy.
Damn, she's crazy.
While you're here, there's a table of refreshments. Make sure you get those. You watch those.
He's so stiff. So listen, Sarge. You always call yourself a boomer, bro, but you're only like, how old are you? 35?
37 now.
37. I mean, that's not old. Like,
Yeah,
what would you
sometimes
say?
I
What
feel-
would you say the
sometimes-
average age of Albion players is?
I say mid-20s.
26 is my guess.
Yeah, mid-20s.
26?
Mid-20s.
Yeah. So I mean, 37. You started playing Albion when you were how old?
It's been like going on 3 years now, so 2.5, 3 years.
And by the way, I wanted to ask you, as a military dude, right? There was a lot of because America's politics are so fucking divided right now. So I don't want to get into it, but
Right.
as your choice of president, who was the best president for the military in the last 10 years?
Well, I mean, it's not really about who. I mean, historically, like, Republicans fund the military more than Democrats, right? So they like typically support the funding more, which when you're in the service, like, your yearly cost of living raises and all of the things associated with that come from the funding. So
Thank you so
again,
much, CJ. Love you, brother.
The military is right leaning because of that, because of the funding
You're a
support that
beast.
they get and whatnot. So, you know, I individuals, like, I don't really care, to be honest, but like from a service perspective, it's always right leaning.
Damn, I was
but
hoping
that's
you would
my-
say Trump, but fuck it.
No.
Fuck.
The president of the universe.
I mean,
good
yo,
sir.
Trump,
I mean, I'm not
Trump,
trying to-
Trump,
I'm not
Trump, Trump.
I'm not trying to go down. I'm not trying to go down any of those roads on that bait. So I'll just play it safe.
I mean,
Okay.
Voters don't want to say it. Voters don't want to say it, but I'll say it. Who you vote for, homie?
No, he gave me his answer.
no.
That's all.
Yeah, there
His
you go.
answer,
You said, let's
I
not
understand
get
it
political.
completely. It's okay.
Yeah.
But so back to where we were before. Besides the military, and you said you were on the wrong path when you were a kid. What about video games? When the fuck did those?
Oh man, I've always played games. Always. Now this is Albion is my first and only
The nerd
like-
game is your first nerd game.
MMO. Yeah. It's like my
Gotcha.
first like MMO. Like, I never played anything MMO wise. I never played Ultima. I never played
Oh, no.
World of Warcraft. Like, I just never did. Like, I played a lot of ARPGs. I played a lot of RTS. I played a lot of first person shooters. Like,
Would you play?
and I just kind of
Like GoldenEye? Like
dude, I played a lot of the Diablo. I played a lot of like the Command and Conquers, all the way through like, you know, console. Because like a lot of my gaming early on was console because of, you know,
that was the
moving
shit
around
back
a
then,
lot
bro.
and stuff. Yeah, of course. We used to play Halo like some motherfuckers.
Oh man.
Like we'd have Ethernet cables running like multiple floors, like tying everybody in. We'd be having like barracks Halo tournaments. Yeah.
Damn, e-girls would have loved you, bro. All those fucking cables and shit.
But I was playing with some friends, and they were telling me about this game. They're like, oh man, like you would really love it. Like you kill people, like, and you could take their shit, and like we just run around. And I was like, I don't know, man. Like I've never gotten into like these, you know, MMO games, right? And so like I joined, I was like, oh shit, like not only can you kill people and take their shit, but like they get fucking mad. Like I like this.
They get tilted, yeah.
They get fucking tilted. And then like that was it. And I don't know, I've been
How did you find it though? Like a commercial or something?
No. So I had a couple friends that played it, that I played games with, like other games with. And then they were telling, no, I don't even play with them anymore. Like, but
that's the story. That's like 100% the story of like every decent player who sticks around. Their friends got them into the game.
Yo, Dazel, thank you so much, my brother. I really appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much, bro.
Guild doing great. Like that's like 60 to 70% of like good player stories, I feel like.
I mean, bro, for me, I relate with you 100%. Albion was my first nerd game. And before that, I was playing console shit too, you know, like Halo, Call of Duty, Gears of War. Yeah. Oh my God, love that stuff, bro.
When I first got into PC, I played a lot of Counter-Strike. Like I played 1.2 to 1.6. Back when it was like Monahes and shit. And back when I was a shithead, I actually worked at a LAN center for like a couple months. But then I got fired for like playing too many video games.
A LAN center? Like the... Yeah. Oh, that's where you used to go, and then like instead of a PC, today they have like PC shops. What was that shit called?
Yeah. I don't know what that. I mean, we always
PC cafes, right?
Yeah, PC cafe.
Yeah.
It's a gamer room.
Gamer, gotcha. So before they used to have LAN cafes.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So I actually worked at one for a while, and then like, I mean, it was fun for a few months. Then I got.
Yo, Young Shatter. Thank you so much, bro. You're a beast.
Yeah, like, so I mean, I had never even heard anything about this fucking game. I didn't know what full loot was. I didn't know any of that. Like, I just had a couple buddies that I played other games with that were like, yo, you should really check this out. And then I think I was lucky enough to like out of the gate get into a couple solid communities, right? So like I haven't been in a ton of guilds. Like I don't hop around. Like I've only been in my own guild is my third guild that I've been in. So like I haven't moved around a lot.
What was your first guild?
Savage. I was in Savage.
Savage was your first guild?
Yeah, it was my first guild.
Gotcha. Yo, that's I definitely have some questions about Savage, but keep going.
Yeah, so it was Savage out of the gate, and that's because the people that I knew that introduced me to the game were in Savage. Like they were in Savage, and they brought me into the game. So I joined Savage out of the gate. Was with Savage, moved over to BA, and then was with BA throughout the entirety, and then started my own guild after that. So I haven't hopped around a lot. And I mean, if I had to hop around a lot, I probably wouldn't still be playing. Like I like to log in and smash with my homies and you know what I mean? Like I like the consistency. I like to log in and hang out with the same people every day. Like I don't. And so if I had to move around a lot, like some people move around a fuck ton. Like I don't know if I could do that. So I mean, it's just the way I play.
So obviously, I don't know what terms you and Slice are on right now. But what did you learn when you were in Savage? Because you spent how many years in Savage? At least one, right?
I don't know if it was an entire year, but it was.
Do you remember what season you started playing or no?
3 or 4.
Okay, 3 is the one that TC won.
Season 3, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was towards the end of 3, somewhere in there. But like, I didn't really, obviously. So the thing about that first stint in Savage was that like I really just learned like the basics of the game, and you know, it was obviously a lot of ganking, small scale PvP. I remember getting yelled at for just like randomly throwing E's all over the place and like not knowing what the fuck I was doing, you know. So it was just basics, understanding the game, learning the game, learning how to fight. Obviously, a lot of, like I said, Savage was primarily ganking back then. You know, so it was a lot of that too. But it was just
ganking guilds.
Yeah, it was getting to know the game. Like I didn't really get that taste of large scale fighting until I had moved over.
It was also a mammoth robbing guild.
Yeah, that was later. That was
Oh, man.
and an eating
later.
guild.
That was later. That was
I
later.
forget. I forget.
Okay,
Mamoto disliked the Savage too, bro. Oh my god.
Fuck Savage, dude. Actual dog shit. Fucking Wish.com level of awful company.
Oh
Pretty much,
man.
yeah. Not
Glut on top, dude. Glut on top. X up, Direwolf, Glut gang.
That's fucked up,
Yo,
dude.
yo, real quick, yo, Raging Wave. God bless. Thank you for that sub.
Thank you so much, Raging
mean,
Wave. I appreciate you, bro.
Like, and to be completely fair, like my first stint in Savage was great. Like, I mean, I obviously I didn't know anything. I was just learning, right? I was just getting to know the game. Like, I wasn't in any leadership position. I didn't have any responsibility. Like, I was just there.
You were happy.
Yeah, just trying to kill shit. You know,
You were,
get on and play.
They say ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, so like
Savage.
my first stint in the game in Savage, like I learned a lot. Like I learned, I mean, you know, like no hate on any of that. So, but then we moved over to BA, and then that's when the ZVZ started, right? So,
so-
in
Go ahead, dude.
go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. Whenever you, Seed and the boys have a question, I prefer you guys do it because I do a lot of talking here. So I prefer you guys ask the question.
Of course. Well, just to stay on Savage for
Ducky, thank you so much, baby.
Onto your BA, but I feel like were you just a normal
I
member
appreciate
in
it.
Savage? Did you eventually get a rank in Savage? Because when I met you in BA, you were already, warlord, you're already established. But how was that like moving up and learning the game and to the point where you were leading inside Savage? How was the process?
I on the first go around, like prior to BA, I wasn't a leader. I wasn't nothing, like zero. I was a member. I came over to BA as just a random dude. Like I was borderline on the requirements, and I was like, oh man, I might get kicked here. Like, but I didn't. So I tried to stay pretty low key at first, just because, like I said, I was still learning. I didn't know the game very well, so I was not like in leadership. I was not anything at that point moving over to BA. Most of my progression, like into those.
Shilo, you're a fucking
was
beast,
all
bro.
done in BA.
Thank you, bro. I actually want to ask you something similar before, bro. Like, I know 13 was talking about leadership and taking a bigger role. When did you start calling? Like, who influenced you? Because I remember that you were playing a lot with Knight from BA.
Yeah.
He was our NA caller, for anybody that doesn't know. Was he your biggest influence?
Yeah, so on the ZV, like on the ZVZ front, yeah, like I mean, a lot of my call styles probably is kind of reflects Knight. He was aggressive, he was hype, used to say retarded or silly stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And he used to like take fights, right, which is similar to my style. Good fight, bad fight, knowing that we're gonna lose, whatever it is. Like Knight was always there taking fights, and I do the same. So on the ZVZ front, definitely Knight. On the smaller scale, the gank roams, the roaming, the small scale content, where you're just going out and hanging out, like a lot of that was based around Savage. Like because I saw like for example, you had this and you ran it in BA with the NA boys with your squad pretty much. And I remember that you had a similar system to what Savage was running with the loot splits and stuff like that, and the way you were doing it, a lot of people liked it. Yeah,
you were always able to bring enough people with you. Yeah,
and I mean, all trash talk aside, like that system works good in the game. Like it works well in the game, especially like when it's not like a formal mass up, go do X objective. Like it's
River, thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the prime, bro.
It's really
hope you enjoyed the Sarge interview.
Objectives that the game has added with cores and vortexes and chests and all that other stuff. So and it's just roaming content. So in BA, like that's where I started, was just doing like roaming content, small scale. He said Glug gank on dire wolves. I remember like I used to get dumped by him all the time at first.
By Gluttony?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
because everybody used to roam Mercia, right?
They had some rough
rage.
Like,
thank you so much, bro.
Around at that point, right? Like they were pretty hardcore in their roams around COV.
And had some dank men, bro.
Yeah,
had some dangers.
I mean, the meta before, the way people roamed before was the meta was 20-man group, right? Like off timer CTAs.
Yeah,
with dire wolves.
Yeah.
Cities and war camps.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, when
And,
people
like-
weren't doing the war camps and castles, you know, I think it was like a 20-man dungeon diving group, 20-man ganking ZVZ
of
group,
course.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, you just do rotations around like circling vultures, and you know, but I remember going out and like those were actually like my first like fights like outside of like just roaming and you know maybe some super small scale stuff, but yeah, I remember getting dunked by him quite a few times, and then like I remember like okay, like we're starting to win, like I'm starting to understand, like you know the guys I were playing with were obviously coming up and getting better, and you know like we were getting, you know, just figuring shit out. So like I remember winning some of those, right? So, and I think that's where like I don't even think you knew who the fuck I was, to be honest, until like people started like posting videos, and like
I was actually gonna mention that. So I'll tell you the first time I heard you call, because I believe you merged into BA, right? And you started to call NBA, right? And people started posting videos because I wasn't really playing NA around that time because Knight had that shit covered, right? And then
we remember zoning in 60 of us zoning into Gravelight Marsh, trying to launch the 12 UTC war camp because we wanted Derek to be up early and we have fucking 300 people and we get steamrolled.
But yeah, but Knight will go again. He's crazy. But I would see videos of like people would say, like I would wake up in the morning, whatever. I would see videos. People were like, "Yo, we went roaming last night. That shit was crazy." So I look, and the only times I've ever talked with you was in a channel when you're talking normal like this, you know. So when I heard the screaming that came out of your voice, I was like, "Is this motherfucker right here, bro?" Like I was so fucking surprised, bro. I was like, "There's no way that's Sarge yelling. There's no fucking way." Yeah, but it turns out this motherfucker was the loudest dude, like between him and Lintlicker. Like I think I agree with Momono, like Sarge might be the hypest caller.
Lintlicker is a league of his own, to be honest.
Lin is hype, but like, you know, you have less chance of winning. You know what I mean? Like at least you have a shot at winning with Sarge. You know?
With Sarge, at least, you know, he'll try to win.
Bro, I'll never forget Lintlicker.
Thank you so much, Valky.
Screaming at us to push.
I appreciate you.
He's literally on a fucking ox, dismounted, looting, overweight, and he's screaming, "Bush!"
Right outside his glory.
He's dismounted on an ox, dude.
Bro, especially post Queen, when you have to have like your macro on point. Bro, playing with Lintlicker on TeamSpeak is impossible. You can't do it.
Oh, yeah.
This dude, open microphone. Nah, you can't do it, bro. So yeah, Sarge definitely a better call. But yeah, so I was so surprised that you were able to scream like that, bro. Did you learn that shit in the military or something? Or what?
like the ability to scream.
Yeah, because if I try to scream, my voice will hit like some high ass octanes.
I mean, sometimes
I'll sound like a girl.
Sometimes
I do that shit all the time.
Yeah, I still squeak. It happens, right? But the comment I get the most is that like I can scream as much as I do, but like not lose my voice and not talk, and that's like a that's like a practice thing, right? So when I first got promoted to an NCO, which is sergeant in the service, like you actually have to be trained on like how.
Yo, Sagi, you're a fucking beast, bro. Thank you so much, man.
It's called corrective training, but basically like you're just fucking people up, fucking soldiers up, right? But you have to follow rules and you have to, corrective train them properly, and like you actually,
Albion, baby.
yeah. Well, the point is like I actually had to go to a fucking class to learn how to yell at people and do it correctly at that point in my life. So yelling in the service, just I carried on, I guess.
Is that what you're saying?
I don't have a problem yelling a lot.
Do you feel any of that shit translated, by the way, Sarge? Like
100%.
obviously you're Sarge in real life. No, not just the yelling part, but in terms of the leadership qualities that are necessary to lead people, like a Zerg, not just a Zerg, but like lead a guild. Do you think any of the skills you learned in the military translated?
Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, obviously that impacted my personality. So like
a little bit.
All of those things come into play. But I'll say that from a game standpoint, there's just been a lot I've had to learn, like that that there is no like great training for like how to navigate the game politically and talk to people, and you can't just fucking like sometimes even I just want to smash everybody and I don't give a fuck. Like you can't always do that.
You gotta watch some Game of Thrones to learn how to play Albion, baby.
Yeah. So that part, like I've had to learn, right? But like I don't know, just like your general leadership stuff. Yeah, I mean, I feel like once I started moving up in Blue Army, like from officer and stuff, and into officer, like it was fairly easy. Like,
what the fuck was that?
Did you see that?
That's a buzzsaw.
Oh, what?
Who was that?
Or fucking alien came out this motherfucker's stomach or some shit.
That was dirty.
Yo, but Sarge,
What?
you guys have you always had this saying that you want to go out and fuck some men. Where did that come from?
It just came from like saying that we were gonna fuck people up, like we were gonna go out and like fuck people up, and then like that turned into like going out and fucking men, and then obviously we became men fuckers from there, and
I was like Arch.
Very
Yeah.
wholesome, very wholesome.
yeah, so it just kind of got established over time, right? So
Yeah.
because that's our goal, that's my goal, like and
The fuck
this-
right.
Fuck men?
Fuck
Yeah.
man.
yeah, like
Yo, Dirty
Yeah.
knows
Yeah,
that shit
that's
too,
all
bro.
culture as well.
You have a similar
We,
culture, Syndic? No, you don't.
Yeah, of course. Then.
I know Dirty
No,
loves that shit, bro.
We go out for fights. Like we go out to fight. We don't like we want content. We want to fight. Which, like
You go in a
Uh,
dungeon?
yeah, I mean if I have to, I guess, yeah. But like which is a lot of the reason, people are like, "Oh, Sarge is a horrible caller." Like, yeah, maybe, but half the reason is like I take fights that I know we're going to lose or that we're probably going to lose just because we want to fight. Like I'm not going to run around and only take fights I'm going to win. Like I'll take fights that we're 99% going to lose.
Yeah,
Just
you're
'cause
crazy
that
with
one
that shit.
time-
I can attest
that
to
one
that.
time-
You're crazy with
That
that
one time, that one time we win it, like it's fucking awesome, right? So,
Yeah, right.
I
On the lot
I'll
like
take-
night right now.
well then that's Knight coming into play, right? Like when we went out, when we would do content with Knight, we took every fight. Like it wouldn't matter. We took every fight, and if you die, you regear and you come back. And if you in 6 sets, it doesn't matter.
I know what you mean about losing, but you finally get that one win. Back in PvE
Yeah.
1.0, I inted so much learning how to call. It was great.
No, we made so much money.
Syndic funded the fuck out of me. It was great.
No, we
But
made a lot of money.
There was I remember the first
SBI's
time
listening,
in
bro.
NA,
SBI's listening, bro.
First time in NA when we beat Knight. EBA we beat Knight because we obviously outnumbered the fuck out of them. We would still lose though. But the first time I beat that nerd, I didn't let him forget it. Every single day I PM that nerd. It was great. I'm like, bro, you
Well-
lost to me. I can barely speak English.
So here's the thing, right? Like everybody, like I'm the F tier caller. Thanks, Momoto, for that, by the way.
Yeah, you are.
That's just a joke, just for
No, I know, but like that's the
like
that's
deep
the
here.
that's the perfect position to be in, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
if you
guys,
win, if you beat me, congrats. You just beat a horrible
Shit-tier
city
caller, right.
caller. Yeah, like
Like-
awesome. But if I beat you, you just lost to me.
Hell yeah, I've been coping like that my whole album.
But saying it's true, be like, bro,
That's
Let's-
the
yeah.
argument.
Yo,
That was
see,
the best
yo,
part.
see, should we do a series, bro, where we bring in people, known Albion people? Like for example, Mono had his tiers, and then we get theirs.
More tier lists. We should always do tier lists.
You always do tier list and then you get lost halfway.
I know,
Yeah,
bro. My
that's the
attention span is
problem. We gotta
terrible, bro.
finish it, and we can't take 2 hours to do it, right? We gotta do it like a half.
Yo,
an
would you
hour.
guys be willing to do that? Like Sarge, Syndic, Mamono, at some point, like individually, if we bring each of you in and we do it your tier list.
Yeah, you just gotta have like I feel like one of the things because I watched you guys do it before. You guys gotta have the names like pre-laid out. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
do that shit last time. That shit was bad, bro.
yeah.
yeah,
No,
'cause
we're
you
gonna
guys
do,
were like
yeah.
thinking
Kinda draw.
thinking about people last minute and all kinds of stuff. Like you just gotta have like names laid out. and
Don't
just
worry,
go
we
through
already
it.
got a revised list, and it's
Yeah, we're
like
making a
98%
huge list,
complete.
like 100 names where to pick from.
Yo, is Atticus gonna be there?
Who's Atticus? Oh, Addison.
The best
He said Atticus.
I don't know what the name, you know?
Yeah, Addison. Dad loves him.
He said, when I think of him,
Addison's definitely gonna be on
bro.
there, bro. Addison's definitely gonna be on there, bro.
Syndic, do you own an abacus?
Who?
Or abacus?
No, I have a calculator there. Don't worry.
Do some maths.
Definitely old one, bro. That's capping.
He does.
I guarantee you, 80% of the stream doesn't even know what that is.
I'll be honest with you, I have no idea what that is,
He
bro.
builds one for every person.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not.
Googling it as we speak.
I'll be completely honest with you, I don't know what that is, bro.
It's the little things that you can count with the bees that are on.
Yeah, it's like
four different
pre-calculator.
Yeah,
No, back in the days of the Hebrews, right? It's what the tax collectors used to use to decide how much tax you had to pay.
That's why I know Syndic has one.
That's why I did a cast.
So listen, back to back to Albion shit. Fucking Sarge, bro. He didn't expect the interview to go in all these different directions.
No, I mean, no, I'm good. Like Ramono hopped in, he was like, "Yo, I'm here." I was like, "Awesome, man! Like, it's better than just me talking."
So
I would get boring.
So in you split ways with Savage, right? And I remember you had like a beef with Savage. Can I ask you what happened there?
Oh, so season 9?
Yep.
Yeah, so in season 9, I was already like, I was a caller in BA. Like I was already calling at that point, like for a couple seasons at that point. You know, BA was kind of on a lull, right? Like I don't want to say like a hiatus, but you know, was not like super active, right?
Yeah, half of us were AFK.
Yeah. So, and I wanted to call outside of BA, right? Because I came up calling in BA, and this is advice I give other callers: is like you have to go call outside of some of these bigger established Zergs, to learn what it's like to have to like develop a Zerg and
Dreaded
call.
legend.
Yeah, well, and just call around a Zerg that doesn't automatically know what to do and will do what they're supposed to do. Whether you call the right shit or not, they're gonna do the right thing, right? Like so I had talked to Slice at that point and went back to Savage, and they owned some territories and whatnot, and you know, we ZVZ'd, and to be honest, like for the most of the season, you know, we all had a lot of fun. Like a lot of my guys went with me, and you know, obviously came back afterwards, but you know, it was a lot of fun, like figuring that shit out, learning how to call outside of BA. It didn't end well, you know, like we obviously didn't see eye to eye in the end, and I think that the root core of that came down to what Slice wanted for the guild versus what I was trying to do, which was ZVZ, and you know, a ganking guild is a lot different than a ZVZ guild. And like I just didn't agree with some of the shit that happened, right? And we have differing opinions on what happened to the Mammoth Pups and Castle Loot and whatever the fuck else. But you know, yeah, like it didn't end great, but you know, like I learned a lot as a caller there, having to deal with people showing up in like merc jackets and you know, one-handed curse to ZVZ and shit like that.
Yeah.
So
Building economy in ZVZ always works out great.
but we did good that season. We got the gold. We owned a lot of Terrys. Had some fun times. And honestly, like that made me get to the point where I was like, you know, if I ever do this again, like it's just gonna be my guild. Like it's just gonna be my guild.
You're gonna do it properly, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it my way, properly, fucked up, whatever. Like it's just gonna be my way. Like so, if I ever did it again, it was just gonna be my guild, right, outside of BA. So,
Is it because you need the pressure to be on yourself? Like you don't want any outside factors affecting anything. Like if you win, you want it to be like you want to earn it as yours, and if you fail, you want to also earn it as yours. Like that sort of thing.
Pups are going, baby.
yeah, I mean, no, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I 100% agree with that. I mean, that's definitely probably a factor, but I don't know. We play the way that we want to play, and that was built by me and my guys, right? Like, so playing that way and having full control of what we do in that respect, and that was what was important to us. Like we don't rent, we don't have renters. Like I fucking hate hitting hideouts.
Oh, that's dope.
We don't. I mean, that's just the way we want to play, because we don't want to deal with that. Like when we go out, we just want to fucking fight. We don't, we don't have naps. Like we do work with people, right? We do work with people because we have to not be like gated out of certain ZVZ content, but we just wanted it to be our way. So that's where Militant came from when BA retired.
You guys just do whatever the fuck you guys want to do.
Yeah.
What are you guys smashing right now, per se?
We went down to Lim yesterday and had a fun little fight against Call. I think we went like 150 and 20. That felt good.
Wait, before we get into the surf stuff and stuff like that. So I heard Mamono talk about mammoth pups. I heard you talk about mammoth pups. So for someone like me who, for example, I remember that you and Slice had problems, but you were both my homies. So I never got involved in any of that stuff. I didn't care. I didn't want to know any of that stuff, because I know for Slice, he never did me wrong, pretty much. And then you obviously never did me wrong, so I stayed away from that. But because there's a lot of people watching and they want to know the story, like, can you tell us what's the story about the mammoth pups?
Well, so Savage owned SSR for a long time, right?
Man, that zone was so OP, bro. I still remember that shit.
Right. So, I mean, there was a lot of mammoth pups to be had, and obviously those were worth money. Like, I mean, I remember in the tab just like 14 mammoth pups, that were just like sitting there that obviously like were for the guild. And I mean, Slice got ganked with like 4 of them one time. So we lost like 4 mammoth pups to Slice getting ganked. That was awesome. But ultimately, that
was a setup.
Ultimately, what happened, I mean, and at the end of the day, like, so I'll start with this. It was Slice's guild. Slice obviously is the GM, can do whatever the fuck he wants, whether I agree with it or not, or whether anybody agree with it or not. And we ultimately just came down to a dispute on like where the funds were going, what they were being used for. Like, I felt like, it should have been going to the ZVZ. Like, I was generating a majority of the content for the guild the entire season, CTAs every day. I wanted the energy from like CTA objectives that we completed.
But not for yourself, right? You mean like for your group, for like to regear the boys and stuff like that, or what?
Well, it was a combination. Like, I wanted some shit for myself because like I was logging on daily and just doing content, right? Like I don't want to have to worry about sets and things like that, right? So
gotcha.
If I'm just doing content and that's all I have time to do daily, like, yeah, of course. Like I need to be able to like not fucking be in 4-2 or whatever, So, and then the other part to that was like trying to set up some type of like regear program, and we obviously didn't want to like have a full like provide gear, but like maybe like pay them per death or whatever. But that was all tied in.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, and look, and that was all tied into it, and like I've talked to Slice after, and again, whether I disagree, agree, believe him, don't believe him, like at the end of the day, it was his guild. And he said he used those pups and that money for the duration of Savage from then till now, and yeah, so be it. Like I mean, but yeah, it was definitely some beef there at the end. Like we didn't like how things were going. It was counter to what Slice wanted, so there was obviously some friction there. It was basically like 2 groups within the guild going separate ways, and wanting to do different shit. And so, yeah, it caused some drama, right? And which is ultimately one of the reasons we left and came back to BA. Like, we wanted to fight. Like, we want to fight.
The same, right? Bro. Yo, money out of sight costs fight.
Yeah. So
it is.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys never like you guys never made peace or anything? Are you guys like, how would you describe your relationship now? Is it like okay?
I mean, they really don't impact us. Like, they really never have impacted us, like in a sense of like to be relevant in that respect. Like, I mean, they're a gank guild that is whatever. Like anytime I see him, I'm gonna try to kill him 100%.
Gotcha.
They talk shit to us. We talk shit to them. I mean, but I talk a lot of shit. I don't go as far as like ruckus shit, but like I talk a lot of shit in game. And
Uncle Ruckus is very wholesome.
yeah, he's like our first like verbal engage as a guild. So,
Yeah.
That's how you start a war, man. It starts
Yeah.
off psychological. One loud barker, that's all you fucking need.
Well,
One big
and-
dog, one Rottweiler foaming at the mouth, ready to bark at the first person through the door.
to be fair, there's a lot of those guys in the game, and there's a couple guilds that all have like a ruckus
Every
level
guy
guy,
has
right?
one, you know.
Yeah. So he says some shit that I would never say, but you know, as long as he doesn't point that shit towards the members, I'm okay. But yeah, like I don't particularly care for any of those guys. Like if I see him, like I'm gonna try to smash them. Like
Yeah.
they're not gonna try to fight us one-on-one. They're not gonna try to square up with us. Like they're gonna try to gank us, and like, you know, it's just not Slice's MO. Like Slice isn't, you know, he's not gonna try to like have that type of, you know, beef where we're meeting and fighting.
He's not a bad
No,
caller
I mean-
though. He's actually a pretty
No.
decent caller. He just needs to work on his set, bro. I remember last time I ZVZ with him, he was calling in like
Oh, in the castle, Graveguard, yeah.
the Graveguard
Yeah.
jacket. Oh man, I was so
Yeah,
stressed.
that Graveguard jacket.
Never
and a
forget
fucking-
that, dude. All I hear on stream,
And
Slice.
a
What
skinny
the
cat.
fuck
And
are
a
you wearing?
double-headed-
I still have the
look,
clip.
before we move on the small scale side, like yeah, Slice is solid, man. Like, but you know, he's very conservative. Like he does it like he's very conservative because Savage has a particular image of like, you know, their like kill ratio and kill ratios profit and this type of stuff. So like he won't put himself in positions where like,
Shout
there's
out to
even a 50%
Slice.
chance of losing. You know, like he's gonna bail, right? And that's just not.
What up, G Bunny?
I just don't like. I don't want to play the game like that, right?
My guy.
So, yeah, small scale. He's solid, right? But if there's a chance where it's going to be a war or battle and you might not win or whatever the case is,
Yeah, he's
like,
out.
he's not taking that shit. He's out. He's gone.
I mean, it's just different styles, I guess. Different styles.
Yeah, different focus. Like he's worried about kill death ratio. I'm worried about smashing.
Yeah.
I'm worried about kill ratio.
Yeah.
I'm not.
What's that
Obviously
kill
not.
ratio?
Since we die all the time.
You talked about
worried about.
you talked about verbal engage. Who do you think is the best at verbal engages in the game?
I mean, there's a couple strong ones, but like I got to put Ruckus up there. Like obviously I'm biased. He's in my guild, right? But and he, like I said, he says some fucked up shit. And the rule,
But you know
the rule,
it cuts deep.
yeah. But the rule I have with like Ruckus, and like he's always done a good job, is he like don't point it inward. Like if you're gonna like in this, like if we're gonna work with someone for a CTA or like, you know, we're gonna have like a decent relationship with somebody, like I tell him,
Yeah.
and obviously he calms down, right? But you know, like as long as he doesn't point it in, I'm fine. But he, like, you know, he's definitely the first verbal engage. Like I talk a lot of shit too, but I don't get to that level. And personally, like that's part of the game I like. Like I like talking shit. I like ruffling people's feathers. I mean, you know, from me and BA, like I've started shit all the time, whether you wanted me to or not. Like so like it just, I don't know. It's fun for me.
I mean, you're 37, but you're like a very youthful 37. Not just the way you're able to scream and shackle and stuff like that, but even in the way you reciprocate and like shit talking, you know, like you love that shit. You live for that shit.
Yeah, and I mean, on the flip side of that, like I'm a super loyal guy, right? And
100%.
a lot of my guys are super loyal, and like that's important to me. Like I'm a big proponent of like, you know, the decisions and how you play matters, right? So like when someone's an asshole or a dick to me, like I don't fucking forget. You know what I mean? Or if someone does something shitty like that, like I'm not gonna forget. Like that's just gonna, if I get a shot and it comes back around, like I'm fucking taking it. But if you're fucking decent and you held your word regardless of what it was, and you did your part or whatever the fuck it was, or held true or whatever, like I'm gonna have your back and I'm gonna make sure that I hold up to my end. Now, you know,
Gotcha.
I think that's a big part of the game too. That's another reason I play like
Also very rare.
yeah, that type of dynamic, right? And
Oh yeah.
that's the reason why a lot of my guys have been with me for so long, you know, and don't mind dying and all that other bullshit. So
Do you hold grudges?
yeah, absolutely, 100%.
And do you think that helps or deters?
Depends. Like it's helped. obviously content wise, you know, like to keep me motivated, right? To log in.
You need beef,
and like
yeah.
mass. Yeah, to log in. And I mean, dude, the fights in Albion are always better with beef. Like always. Like fights that are just for fun, like are okay sometimes, but like you gotta have some beef. You know what I mean? Like, so that in that sense it's helped, but then at other times, like maybe like when I shouldn't be doing what I should be doing, or you know, I shouldn't be fighting with everybody, like I should be more strategic in what I'm doing, like it bites me in the ass for sure.
Who was your first Albion beef?
Oh shit. Post Queen, it was Torther post Queen.
Really?
I don't remember.
Oh, we remember that.
yeah. It was Torther post Queen. We used to fight every day. We were fighting Ironborn and Torther and Ego on NA.
Bro, he would be sick to have on, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy was hilarious.
But yeah, I mean, I've had a lot, man. Sometimes like if we didn't have like a big BA war, like I was just starting shit with whoever on fucking NA. There were times when I would tell my guys, I'd be like, look, I'm gonna start a war right now, and it was like whoever.
That shit.
As well, yeah.
It was whoever. Like it didn't matter. Like I'd make up an excuse why and get mad and start shit talking and fuck you, motherfucker, and like, you know, just to get beef going. So it was fun.
I was used to it. Like, because I had night before running NA before you, so you just kept the tradition going.
Yeah.
It's like I would wake up and be like, oh fuck, I gotta fix it with this person, whatever.
Yeah.
But it would generate content. It would generate content.
I would just message you. I'd be like, yo, you're gonna get messages from these people. Here's what happened.
Yo, Emperor, thank you so much, my brother, man. I love you, bro.
I'm sorry. You know, just shit like that. But I mean, it was all for content. Like, you know, and there's people that I've had beef with that we've, you know, worked it out and been fine with. I don't hold anything against anybody, you know, real life. I try to stay away from that. But
honestly, Sarge always been a nice dude. When I first joined BA, Sarge was very nice to me. It's Kyle Run. Very,
I wouldn't say he's a nice dude. He's a good dude. Like, because he can be toxic and stuff like that, but it doesn't make him a bad person. He's a good person inside.
Pretty sure
I never saw that side of him, directed towards me at least, right?
And sometimes, you know, like, and Mojo knows, because he's had to fix a lot of this shit. Like I tilt, like I'll fucking tilt for sure. I'll fucking tilt, right? It happens.
You're not that bad.
Yeah, but I mean, you had to deal with a lot of it, right? So now I got to deal with it myself.
Don't tilt at least 5 times playing Albion. Like, you're not trying. It's okay.
Yeah, like that's actually a good segue, because once you started your guild, was it exactly how you expected? What did you have to tone down? What did you have to boost up, you know, whether it's like your politics, or did you have to tone down your toxicity? Like, what did you have to change when you started your own guild? Because it's different, you know, it's different.
Like, obviously I'm the you know, representative, right? So I definitely have to deal with more politics than I'd like to. Like, I'm fucking bad at politics, to be honest. But
nah, bro, you're fine. Don't worry.
I don't know. Like, I feel bad. Like, because I don't want to deal with it. So maybe that's why I feel like I suck at it.
I'll take care of it for you. Don't worry.
What I would say the biggest lesson I've learned, though, to your point, Mojo, is I can't fight everybody all the time at once.
Yeah.
So, like, if I'm gonna be shit talking someone or aiming at someone, like, I can't, like, then fucking go the opposite way and also piss off the right side while I'm aiming at the left. You know what I mean?
Pick your battles type of thing.
Well, it's just timing. Like, you can't fight everybody all the time at once. Like,
right,
you know what
right.
I mean? Like,
yeah.
Maybe I have to let it lie for a little bit and then circle back to it later. But, you know, so it's that's definitely a lesson learned, right? So.
Is that gonna stop you from verbally abusing your opponents, though?
No.
Are you gonna
absolutely not?
That's not gonna stop.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Like, the other reason it's good to have someone like Ruckus in your guild is because then he gets all the attention. So, like, no matter how toxic I am, like, he will always be considered more toxic.
It's a good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, like, so no matter what I say, I can say whatever the fuck I want in game, right? And it's never gonna be as bad as Ruckus. So like nobody's gonna come at me and be like, yo, Sarge is fucking toxic. Yo, dude, can't believe what he said. Oh my God. Like, look at, he's ruining the game. Like, I got ruckus. Like, so I don't like.
That's my favorite word.
It's never me. It's never me.
What about in the management sense? Has there been any troubles with like getting people to help? Is everybody doing their role? Is everybody making it easy for you, or was there like obstacles there too?
Yeah, it comes down to like, of course there's obstacles. Like it's time. Like who has time? Who can help? Who can do the things that need to be done? I've tried to keep the responsibilities on my leadership team as light as possible, right? Like so where it's not, you know, a massive amount. Like we don't do a full regear program. We do loot splits and we full regear like healers and supports, and then we provide like food and pots, and we provide like weapons and stuff to DPS and tanks, and you know, and everybody gets paid when we win. So we don't take in all the regears. We don't have to process all that stuff and deal with all of it, but it's just time. Like I've had some really good people. I have some really great people right now. Like, you know, Emperor from BA, like he helped me get everything going. And sometimes he's busy with school and whatnot. I mean, I got amazing quartermasters right now that make my life great on that front. Arendelle, Safiana, and now Chesty, like they crush it for me, so I don't have to worry about much. And then my officers all pick up, you know, we try to like split up responsibilities so everybody picks up like one thing that they're like kind of in charge of. Is what I found to work the best. And you know, so like, and my officers are great at making sure whatever that is gets done. So, but yeah, it's a pain.
Like choose what they do.
I wouldn't say they choose, but like, you know, they might have an option. Like we've had some officers like be bad at whatever they were doing.
Oh yeah, of course. There's always those guys.
Right, and then we switch it up. We try to find something that, you know, I can get them to do on a consistent basis, right? But you know, it's just time. Like who has time? Because like when it doesn't get done, like someone's got to fucking do it. So
yeah,
then
it's
I'm
all
online.
about the time, you know.
Right. Then I'm online doing it myself, right? And I don't want to. I just want to fight.
Let me ask you about. You guys are currently fighting Surf. Is that right?
No, we were. Like Surf was our big target, like going into the season for sure.
Can you give us the background on that? Why were they your target?
It's all that grudge shit, man, right? So when we first started, right, in the Energy Surge season, like that's when we kind of went live. Like we wanted to be in Fort Sterling. I liked the area, like, you know, that's where a lot of guys were already locked. So we started in Glacier Fall Passage, just a shitty T5 zone. It's a 0-5 timer, you know, good for an A. And like we kind of started expanding from there. But what happened when BA retired is Dominant immediately came in and just soaked up the entire area, right? Made Renter alliances, Surf 2, Surfy, right? He had Mila. So they owned motherfucking everything, literally fucking everything they owned. And it was all under their banner, working together. Like you couldn't go anywhere around Morgana's at that point without like dealing obviously with their alliances, right? So, and we kind of started from there, and it was okay at some points. Like Addison was calling there, and he would want to like have good fights, like 1v1, but it got to the point where like Dominant told him directly, like, do not fight Militant without allies or numbers or whatever. And they would show up to fight us with like 3 fucking alliances, like 300 versus fucking 60, 200 versus 60, like. And to be honest, like we just kept pushing. And you know, everybody, like when they went, oh, we're doing a solo season, like everybody wanted to forget like all the shit that fucking Dominant has done. I said, nah, like fuck that. I don't forget. Like he was like, you waited till I went solo to hit. Yeah, motherfucker, of course, 100%.
I mean, that's what they would do to you, right?
Yeah, like
that's how Albion works.
When I was asking you, like, hey man, like 1v1, like let's have some good fights, or I'm fighting Mila over this fucking territory, like, you know, relax, like you don't have to bring 2 other fucking alliances, like, you know what I mean? Like you didn't give me that, so I'm not gonna return that fucking favor. So at the end of the day, like we ended up taking like 11 zones from Surf. Mila ultimately like moved a limb, came back, broke down, we destroyed their fucking hideout.
I think they disbanded like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, and like I brought people into the area, like to make sure that Surf couldn't like focus me. Like I brought guilds in, like I worked with like Diana for a little bit, and
Yeah, we had to
Other-
take care of that.
yeah, other guilds, and so just so I couldn't get fucking focused, right? So if there's more players on the field, like I can't get like just sole focused by like multiple alliances, right? And at the end of the day, yeah, like so we pushed back. Like there was a pause for a little while where like we stopped launching on each other. We had like kind of drawn lines, and that was good. Like I needed a break, the guild needed a break, right? So there was a pause for a little bit. But as soon as they went solo and they were like saying all this red is dead shit, and we're not gonna work with everybody, like I tested that out in the first fight. Like I even asked Dominant, I was like, "Yo, Dominant, like is this for real, or are you gonna fucking like have all these other alliances with you, just like not in alliance?" And I tested it. First day out, we go to fight him. 3 other alliances there with him. He's claiming third party, but they're all looking at us.
Everybody
Right?
always claims third party.
Yeah, so nothing changed. So yeah, of course, like I pushed them. I mean, I think that we had pushed them to the point of only having a couple zones, like their main zones, and then like Oops moved in and kind of took it from there. So I mean, essentially they stopped massing in they stopped doing all that, like, so the fighting stopped. So that was the surf war, I guess.
What did the dislike for you, for Dominic, come from? Is it from BA? Was it from the BA days you guys disliked each other? Or is
No,
it something that picked up literally when you started Militant?
So the BA stuff carried over when I started Militant, because that was his justification. That was
For
his
like
justification.
squatting up on you?
Squatted.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And like
Wow.
he used that as like a blanket excuse to like justify all his stuff. Like even when we had other guilds, like DC came in at the end, and like they were fighting with us, and like we actually had an alliance with them for a while, and like he came in and like tried to hit their hideout and like all this other stuff, and like that was always his excuse.
Thank you so much,
squatted on me
Delena.
for
I love you, my
years.
brother.
You brought 1,000 people. I'm like, I don't even I've never dealt with you, man. Like I want good content. Like that's what I'm here for. And like he never would give up on that. So, like I said, I just returned the favor.
What's your opinion on him as a leader and as a caller?
As a leader, I think that like, so he has put himself, and I think a lot of callers do this, right? They put themselves in this position where they can't like afford to lose, right? Because of ego, because of their image, because of their guild mentality, what the fuck ever. They put themselves in this position where like losses hurt so much and it impacts their like mentality and their players' mentality so much that they can't lose, right? So as a caller, like he can't, like he would only take fights where he outnumbers, right?
Hey,
Has masses numbers advantage.
What's
Is
up,
defensive
Antoine?
on a Terry or defensive on a
Yo, sorry to interrupt you, bro. But say hello to Antoine, Sarge. He misses you, bro.
What's
Hey,
up,
thank you
Antoine?
for your service, sir. How was it
Oh,
in
hey,
Iraq?
no problem. It was good. How are you? Did you ever join?
No, hell no, I'm black. They ain't gonna kill my ass.
Yeah.
That's ain't nothing for a black man.
Yo, Sarge, they take you prisoner, Sarge. They taking Antoine prisoner, baby.
That's for a black man. They
That
told me
is
that.
true.
I
What kind
learned
of
that-
black guy?
Sarge, is
Or
that
what?
true, though?
What?
The army ain't no place for a black man.
No, that's not true, man. Come on.
Hey, there's a lot of very successful black men in
Yeah,
the
are you
military.
kidding me? The
I was
only reason that I think you wouldn't be successful is because you can't shut up. Like you would get yourself in a position like where obviously someone outranks you and they'd be in your face and you would be doing what they want and you'd be like, oh yeah, Drill Sergeant, do you love me?
And headbutt him.
You'd spit in his fucking mouth.
Yeah,
He'd
like-
say, hey, buddy.
then you get fucked up. So it's not a color thing, it's a you thing.
That's what I always say.
You hear that, Antoine? So you gotta fix you first. Antoine, you heard that?
And he's out.
We lost. He comes and goes in.
Charity.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, there you. Anyways, so Sarge, you were talking about.
Gangster.
You were talking about where were we?
Gangster.
Okay, I
Hey,
gotta.
Sarge, I got a question.
Oh shit! He
What's up?
he's being
You
useful,
know a lot
bro.
about girls. is it harassment if you block them and if they block you and you make a fake account? Is that harassment?
I mean, I would assume so.
But I made AJ's poetry.
What?
I made a poetry page, so it's not harassment if she blocks me on my main account, but I make another page with like a business page. So that's
Oh
smart.
my god.
It's
No.
probably not smart, to be honest.
But she didn't say she kept talking to me though. She didn't block me on it though.
Yeah,
She doesn't know it's you.
Yeah, she knows.
Hello?
Does she know it's you?
Yeah, she knows it's me. It says AJ's poetry. Has my name in it, of course.
I mean,
So that's not bad then. Huh? She still likes me then, huh?
maybe.
Sounds like
She
you're
probably
the
mad at
enemy.
me.
Or she just
Huh?
doesn't want to. She just doesn't want to risk blocking you again and seeing what you do next.
Oh yeah, true. She knows I'm crazy.
I mean,
Sarge, do you think I'm crazy? Be honest, bro.
Okay. Yo, Antoine, listen. We're gonna get back to
I think. Listen. I think you're special.
What do you mean? Hey, Mojo, you think I'm crazy? Be honest.
Nah, you're just misunderstood, bro. But listen, you know,
God.
Antoine,
You think I'm special or crazy, Mojo?
Antoine, you're Kanye crazy, bro. Hey, but Antoine, listen. We're live right now. We're interviewing Sarge about his story, bro. Do you have any questions about him and his story, bro?
Hey,
Instead of girls and stuff like that.
Sarge, did you really mess with that fat girl in your story?
What?
I mean, I think everybody has once, right?
Hell no, dude. I like bad bitches, dog.
Yo, hold on.
Then you ain't really lived, bro.
You don't like listen, the best part of a steak is that fat on it. Let's be fair.
They work harder, to be honest.
Yeah, because they never know when they're gonna get another dick, so they suck it like a vacuum cleaner.
Chill. PG-13. Yo,
Fucking pull the Hoover out, dude. Fatty's going wild.
King Mojo does not support necessarily or agree.
And hey,
with
they
anything
never
says by any
had problems sucking daddy's dick after the rubber gets pulled off or
chill.
swallowed.
Oh my god.
You know I'm taking zinc and magnesium
No.
tablets.
They do all that dirty shit.
Oh
Let's
shit,
be honest.
yo, cut this out. Gotta edit this out.
Yeah, we're gonna edit that shit out for the
Man, just got
YouTube version.
Sorry, oh, you're going. I didn't know this was going on YouTube. I'm sorry.
For the YouTube version, we're gonna edit that shit out.
Hey, Mojo,
What?
do you think I'm a genius idiot? You think I'm kind of smart, though, Loki? You think I'm a genius idiot, Mojo?
All right, I gotta mute Antoine. He's out of here for this session.
Bye, Antoine.
Sorry,
Yay.
Antoine. Anyway, sorry. Yo, I completely forgot where we left off, Sarge. I'm so sorry, bro.
You asked me.
We
what
need
I thought about
security in
Dominic
this
as a
shit.
caller and
Yeah.
as a leader.
You were
So-
literally in the middle of that stuff.
Yeah. So to just be quick about it is, I think he put himself in a position where like he doesn't want to lose, right? Like because losses hurt too much. So like he only takes fights where he outnumbers, he has defensive on a Terry or some massive advantage, which like I feel like isn't fun. So he takes a lot of shit for that. And then I think someone said it on one of your streams a while ago. Like, I mean, as a leader, I'm sure that if he had focused more on title itself, like it could have been stronger, better. But he always had it always felt like he had a super wide scope. Like he was trying to run multiple alliances, own a lot of Terry, big areas, stuff like that. So,
Yeah, because even in BA, for example, there was times where, like, for example, if you're running an alliance for a long time, I'm sure Syndic knows this too. When you're running an alliance for a long time, not everybody can keep going at the same pace. People fall behind. Yeah, people die. People collapse. Guilds die. Whatever. So there's a lot of times where you gotta like step back and like start over with the base. The platform, the foundation, or whatever.
right.
So that's when I felt that Dominic should have done that after one of the times that he was evicted, because losing your main hideout, it's really only a hideout. Like, who gives a fuck? And it's actually the perfect opportunity sometimes to come back, but in a better way, in a fresh way, new approach, all that stuff, because he must have learned a lot of shit from all the wars he's been involved in. But
right.
But to me, he kept doing the same mistake over and over, which was exactly what you said, which was to focus too much on alliance before the guild.
Right.
So I agree with you 100%.
And that's one of the reasons, like, I didn't want to be an alliance out of the gate. Same reason is that I wanted my guild, if we were gonna be successful and last longer than a fucking 3 days or a couple weeks, like everybody said, that, you know, was because. Well, no, they died winning. Like, I want to win.
Yeah,
but I wanted Militant to at least be strong enough to like make it on our own. Like, I see a lot of alliances in this game and a lot of guilds in those alliances that are only alive because of that alliance. And typically there's a guild that carries that alliance, right? Or a couple guilds, but like those other smaller guilds or, you know, supporting guilds, they're only there and they're only alive because they're in that alliance. When that alliance fails or fades, so do they. And, you know, the only alliance I've ever been in was with Different Cloth with Wimp. And that's because they were, you know, they're strong enough to be on their own as well. So like I didn't have a problem allying up with them for a while. Like Wimp is a guy I've talked to for a long time. We've been on opposite ends. Good dude, good guild, good caller.
What's his name?
Good ally. Wimple Snatch.
Wimple Snatch. Gotcha. I've heard his name before.
Yeah, he's a good caller, good dude. Was a good ally while he was with us. So
ally with Andrew.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's not with Andrew anymore. I don't think they have anything. I mean, Momoto's in Different Club right now.
You're a beast. Hiccup. Like, you're a fucking beast, bro.
The guild's solid, right?
Mamono, Richie Rich, you here, bro? Or you busted?
Guess not.
He went to busting up, bro.
Not.
He went to busting up.
He went to go take them zinc pills. But yeah, so that same reason, like that's like we haven't been like allianced up. Like we have, like obviously, again, we've worked with people. Like we in this game, you have to, right? Like you can't always fight entire alliances by yourself. Like you can't do it, right? So I mean, you have to work with people. You have to talk to people. You have to, at minimum, aim at somebody specific. And like you know, I told Surf and Dominant or whoever I'm fighting at the time, like I'm gonna hit you first, 100%, 100%. So
beef is beef, right? Fuck
yeah.
it.
Yeah. I mean, beef makes the game fun. So like I always try to have some.
Sub. AO with that sub.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sarge, what was your favorite war in any of the Albion wars you've been involved in? Because you've been doing this Albion war shit for years. So which one was your favorite of all time?
I wouldn't say that I have a favorite war, but I've had like favorite parts in a war. Like one of the funnest parts in any war that we had was when we were supporting June in the Daddy Alliance, right? And it was coming down to the end of the season, and it came down to like protecting mages and shit, right? So they could like get points and you know, basically stay
The
ahead.
Money Guild, yeah.
Right. And so like that part of the
Ruckus,
war
you're a
was,
fucking
like,
god, bro.
constant roaming, like we were just out all.
Love you for that prime,
just
man.
24/7, just constant fights, like Terry to Terry, like going, just they're here, they're there, like just constant battles all across the entire map, like trying to sustain that. Like that was always one of my favorite times, just because of the type of content, right? And normally at first, like when wars first start, they're super fun, but then they get drawn out and they can become not the best content.
Fuck you, Syndic.
especially when you're in the stage where you gotta just hit empty hideouts and they stop defending. That's the worst part, huh?
That's
so bad.
Favorite.
It's his favorite part.
Oh yeah.
But like in any war at the start is fun, especially if there's some beef on it, and
because you always get that feeling that it's gonna last forever, right?
Yeah,
like at the start,
it does,
because there's so much like hype around it. Like both sides are so energetic to show up at first.
Right. Massive, and the Reddit propaganda's the best.
Yeah.
Trash talk Discord's lit. You know what I mean? Like all that shit is the best right at the beginning. But I like that time, as far as like wars are concerned, where like it was just constant content, running around, constant fights, like trying to like run around each other and all that other stuff in that one war. That was pretty fun too. So
Listen, buddy, you crazy. I feel like God using.
I gotta mute him. Yeah, I can't.
Yo, what is he even saying?
He was talking to himself. I unmuted him for like 1 minute. I muted him for like 10 minutes. I unmuted him for like 1 minute, and he's talking to himself, bro. But anyways, so your favorite part of the war was when we helped June win against the season against Money Guild.
Yeah, just because, like, not because of the context, just because of the content, like that last little push, right? Like it was just because it was constant, like running around and fighting, which was fun. Like,
but you had beef with Slice at first. You had beef with I remember you had beef with Queen BR. You had beef with Dominant most recently. Which one is your favorite beef?
I mean, I like all the beef, to be honest. I don't know, like I don't know if I like one more than the other. Like I like all the beef. Like I log in for the beef.
Were those 3 different cuts of beef, or were they all the same type of beef?
Nah, I mean like you know, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but like Slice has no impact on me. Like they have no bearing, no impact. Like there's no, like, yeah, we don't like each other. I'll kill him, he'll kill me. Like they'll gank us, whatever. Like I'll chase them around. You know, but like that's not.
That's as far as they're gonna go, right?
Yeah, the beef with Dominant was like over Terry's long-term wars, like you know, I'd launch on him and like cuck his content.
Then, huh?
Yeah, and then like, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, that's gonna translate. Like there's some people that helped Dominant along the way that I haven't forgot. So, you know, they'll get theirs too at some point.
Is that directed at me?
Nice.
No.
I'm just making sure.
You didn't help Dominant, did you?
Oh, he helped Dominate a lot.
Oh, I helped Dominate a lot.
Not fighting me.
No.
You, but you know, not when you were calling.
And you know, like this is like what, 3rd season for us. Like, and you know, shit's gonna change. Like we play with some other groups, like other guilds that are, I feel like, solid, have similar interests. Like we'll probably alliance up soon. Like, you know, I never want to do the same shit always. Like I want to be able to be flexible.
What are your plans for season 17?
Hey, you joining Arch?
Here we go.
Joining Arch?
Yeah. I want to make sure that Arch gets that win, gets that crystal.
God bless.
Good luck.
Wait, you mean
what's up,
Arch as an
Jason?
entire alliance, or just awful company?
Awful company.
No. It's I'm going for it.
Or whatever the fuck Saeed's guild is.
Yeah.
He says Saeed. Yo, you're talking about the wrong. That's Seed.
Oh,
Saeed is Cynic's boy.
Syed.
Oh yeah.
No.
Syed is the nigga's boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't pawn that. Will elevate right off on.
Dude, I slaughter names. Like it's a running joke in the guild. Like I just slaughter names all the time. I don't even care. There's people in my guild that like have been with me for like a long time. I've never said their name right once. They're just whatever the fuck I call them. Like at this point.
Would you help
Like,
Seed win a season?
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
If
You hear that,
if it was
Seed?
good, if it was good content, like he never did us wrong, right?
Yo, Arch is homies with homies.
I mean,
that's what. So I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about like Arch or guild or whatever. Like, it's about what you do in the game. So like, he's never done us wrong. Like, he's never done us wrong. He's never fucking, you know. So like, I'll do whatever, like in that respect. But it's not about the guild. It's about the decisions of the people.
Exactly. And then you kill him.
Yeah, or in my case, just die a lot. You know, see, and that's the other thing. Like, my guild is really good at dying. So like, if we lose, it doesn't fucking matter.
Been dead, buddy.
Like you can ask my boys. Like we'll come back. Like a lot of guilds die.
You have to train people though. People don't understand that.
People, they're like, oh, they lose 1 or 2 fights, and then what happens? They stop showing, right?
Yeah.
We don't care. We don't care.
Period.
Oh yeah, we beat Militant. Yeah, congrats. I'll be back tomorrow, idiot.
There you go.
But like, and then we win a couple times and it's over. Like my boys are great at fucking dying. Good job.
Is there anybody who you guys a huge problem? Like you've lost to them multiple times or anything like that?
You know who was really strong, and I think they're coming back. You know who's really strong, small scale, was Vinny Vici.
Yeah, Vinny Vici is pretty.
Like if you ever saw them open world, Lifty,
Lifty, yeah.
Yo, I saw that dude's dick in the Latino trash.
Okay, bro.
That shit tiny. He has a tiny.
Yo, at least he was good at ZVZ then.
Can we get that in general chat just for research purposes?
Yeah, one sec. I got you.
I'm trying to see some dude deck.
But if you ever took them lightly, open world, like they would smash you, 100%.
Yeah, I've fought them a lot actually. They're a handful. They used to just go into a dungeon or a tree.
So I did do a handful.
Yo, Sarge, would you say, because you got to fight Elevate before Mamono and after? Which one was harder to fight?
I mean, they're not even the same guild anymore. Like they're not even the same guild. Like Elevate now is a collection of BA and Elevate and some of the other good ZVZers from around the game. Like it's not even the same Elevate anymore. Like I don't even think you can compare them.
Gotcha.
Like the top of the game right now is stale as fuck in my opinion. Like you got a lot of the most experienced best players like all kind of collected together, and like nobody really wants to start any major beef with each other. So like at the very top of the game, it's just stale as fuck.
Would you say that these people are pussies?
No, I don't know. I don't know if I would call them pussies. I would say that like it's all from one side of the war. So like everybody's super hesitant on like redrawing like lines. Like everybody wants to keep
saying that these people are, they've lost so many times over and over and over again that they're now afraid of, actually having any challenging content.
No, so you're trying to bait me, which I
not at all. No. I'm asking your opinion.
As 13 at his best, boys. Take notes. Take notes.
So listen, my opinion is that they're so used to being friends with each other because that's what they were.
And losing together.
Yeah,
regardless of winning or losing, that it makes it difficult for there to be any like real tangible beef or wars because they all fucking know each other, right? And we're on good terms at one point with each other. So like and again, right? And a lot of the best players, like I just had some really good players go to escalation. Like all the best players are there because it's easy. It's easy to play with all the best players in the game. Like.
But don't you feel, Sarge, honestly, you as someone that's, you've come up from pretty much nothing. You had a base of players, but you made your guild from nothing, realistically. Don't you think that it devalues any real achievement when you have these pre-built guilds with all the quote-unquote best players? Don't you think it takes away from any accomplishment that they could ever have?
I mean, I definitely I tell callers like Dreaded and Addison and other callers like I tell them like you have to get outside of escalation or whatever to call I feel like to continue to like get better, to continue to be able to deal with like more scenarios and get that under your belt. Like you have to understand what that's like you have to understand what it's like to where when you make the wrong call, like you're dead and not that your players auto correct for you. Right?
Yeah, you have to become the player that makes your Zerg better, not the player that relies on your Zerg. You know what I mean? Yeah, I see the angle you're taking. I agree with that.
So, I would say I get what they're doing. I get what the draw is, but at the same time, I don't know. I think there's more value in building something than going into something that's already built.
You said you kind of agree with what Mamono said before. Because he said he went to different cloth, he switched guilds. The game at the top is not that competitive, so you kind of agree with him.
Oh, 100%. Stale as fuck.
Not only is it stale, but I think it's safe to say, hopefully, Sarge can give us an insight of what he really thinks about the top end of the quote-unquote leaderboards right now. But not only is it stale, but I don't see anything change anytime soon because, like you said, these people have been quote-unquote traditionally quote-unquote friends for so long. Do you see that the game opening up at any point in the future? Like, do you see anything happening that can shake things up, or?
Nah. I mean, I hope so. Like, I mean, otherwise, I probably would quit playing at some point. But I hope so. Like, there's people coming back. Like, you talked about Derek earlier. Hopefully he could be. He could be a disruptor.
Past coming back, yes.
Ellipsis is coming back.
Yeah, I've heard that
no
too.
way.
But
I actually tried to speak with Derek, but me and him historically, not on the best terms. So
it's gonna take either a bunch of people getting really tired of it, or some big people, some major figureheads getting tired of it and like wanting to be a disruptor, or like some actual beef, like to where like it can erode that expected friendship with some of these major powers. But yeah, I mean, like the season's already won. I mean, the top tier ZVZ is the same over and over. It's
no disrespect to Albion, I really don't. No disrespect, but if their only competition was Rack this season, then the season was never lost.
Yeah,
like Rack, I love Rack, but they, fuck, man. I mean, I can only really remember one season where they were strong.
I will take it a step further, and I will expose the level of how easy and gifted this season was for Elevate, right?
I'm not.
There was a certain group of people that went to Rack and said, "Yo, would you like some assistance in possibly winning this season from Elevate?" And Rack politely declined, saying, "No, we are afraid of fighting Elevate head to head."
Damn.
Just saying.
And now they're working with Elevate.
And now they were. What a surprise!
What a surprise!
Ding ding ding.
Sarge,
Mamona.
Go ahead.
You said Derek, you have some beef with Derek, but before this stream, I thought you and Mojo would never speak to each other, but here you guys are in the same channel. So maybe Derek comes here, magic happens.
I mean, me and Mamona were talking to each other even when we had beef on here, so it's like it's different, especially with Derek.
I always tried to keep the game and people separate, and a lot of the times I didn't, right? But I don't know, man. I just want to play the game and have like it's a fucking video game, I can literally download it on my fucking phone. Like, come on, man. I don't want people fucking getting all wild, just because I wiped them a few times or you wiped me or whatever, like I think a lot of people historically take it a little too far and just need to fucking calm down.
It was usually you getting wiped.
I have no beef with anybody in this game. Anybody that holds hard feelings over a video game is a child.
I hold very hard.
Jason, you're a beast, bro. You're a beast, Jason.
Oh, come on, Cindy.
It's always fun to give back.
I have a special chair for you and yours.
The arch train. Jason, I'll never forget. I think it was one CTA at 15 where you were calling. And you didn't get a single kill on us. I'll say that.
I remember that one. I was so fucking angry.
And I remember hearing the comms, "Keep the train going."
I was so hungover too. I couldn't shit. Man, I was so angry. I was like, you guys, after that, I was like, you're a bunch of fucking morons. You're all adopted, you stupid motherfuckers.
Oh my God. Yo, Guillermo, thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for the prime, bro.
Yo, thank you for that Twitch prime.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yo, you should be doing this shit.
I am, but I'm muting on here, so I'm saying it, but I'm not bothering you guys with it.
You are? Oh, my
yes,
bad,
sir.
bro.
Yes, sir.
I apologize.
No, it's okay. I appreciate it, bro. Yo, my favorite Jason clip is when him and Fran were going at it. And Jason's like, zone in, Fran. You guys remember that shit?
Zone in, Fran. Linton's just there like, well, we just lost this fight. I was drunk as fuck.
Bro, that shit was amazing, bro. We need a Jason interview.
Turn the Zerg around.
Fran.
Jason, would you do an interview with us one of these upcoming weeks? Awesome, bro.
All right. We got to plan in the morning, though, because I don't know what night I'm going to be, all banged up. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever you want, bro. Whatever you want, bro. Whatever works for you.
Yeah, I don't think being drunk is a good idea.
You call drunk? What?
I might use naughty language on Twitch.
Jason also says the only way he'll play is if you play a game of talking points with him at the end of the stream.
Oh, I'm in. Let's do
it.
Sarge, about the competition at the top level, the headquarters, did it help or hurt the competitive scene in Albion?
I don't know, like I mean I'm biased. Like I like the headquarters because like it gives me a certain ability to not worry so much about getting fully removed from the Blackstone or the area that I like to be in, or I enjoy that part of it. Everybody, well, at this point I've probably said it several times, is what are you gonna do, come smack my headquarters? Any cons
to that or no?
Yeah, because I mean, it allows people to stifle content, right? Like, because people just stop showing, right? You stop. Like, what are you gonna do?
Just
stop showing, and then the process becomes like really drawn out, where like you got to stop them from getting points. You gotta like
nobody doing that.
Yeah, which is super lame content in my opinion. So, yeah, I mean it's good and bad for different reasons, right? So,
I'm gonna be whacking at headquarters in 6 hours.
Yes.
What map's that on, Simic? You know what map that's on?
You're acting like you showed up, bro. Come on.
I'll fucking pull up, motherfucker. I'll CTA
He actually
right
will.
now.
He actually will. This guy's crazy.
Right the fuck now. I'll have him wait
This
around
guy's
for
crazy.
6 hours.
Yeah, suck on both spring. I didn't say anything though,
After
because I
6
don't play
hours. Let me
Albion.
do the math.
I don't play Albion.
but yeah,
gonna
no, it's
come
good.
loot
Good and bad. Good and bad.
Good and bad.
Yeah.
So Sarge.
My opinion on that,
Sarge.
I don't know. It put an end to like the hideout whacking, which we can all agree kind of was some lame ass content. Like, but in reality, that's the only version of war that, in my opinion, was the best version. Like, no version was really great, right? But
This is my
having
favorite kind of
having a
thing.
tangible objective that's destroyable in the black zone, even if it's a fucking pain in the ass to kill, it gives everyone something to play for. Now, like the headquarters, I think it's great for small scale, great for smaller guilds, but in my opinion, they should split the black zone up, allow hideouts to be placed everywhere, but only allow HQs to be placed in like the Anglia version around, so that, you know, the smaller, newer guilds can really, you know, they can benefit from those zones, but it doesn't ruin that end game objective. Like, you know, we can kill you, because right now the way it stands is I feel like there's
But you can
guilds
still
that,
do it though.
yeah, but like it's exponentially harder, man. Like you
I
have
feel
to
100% agree.
Of course.
The whole
And, like,
idea
right-
behind HQs was to help new guilds. So why are you having them in the center of the map? It doesn't make sense.
yeah, and now
That's
there's
my
people just
opinion.
crafting out of HQs that are making billions a day that.
Right.
Yeah,
It's-
Nick, I know you're fucking involved in that. Come on, money, man. But you know,
doing
we're
that
not,
for 3 years,
we're
bro.
not able to hit that shit. Like, what the
So,
fuck?
so to Momono's point, what that's done is it's kind of almost led to the gap at the top, right? Because there's the very top, and then there's a huge gap, I would say, to like mid-tier guilds, which is part of the reason why it's so stale.
Even in terms of economy.
Bro, I
Yeah.
mean,
Even worse.
realistically,
Yes, it does.
it's stale because when you go around and you poach all the best players, then there's nobody that's gonna fight you, you know? Because you
No,
poach
I
all
agree
the
with
competition, you know?
Yeah, and that's why I jumped guilds. Like originally, I really just wanted to play the game casually, but I don't know. Nobody's challenging these top guilds, and like as somebody who's super competitive, I don't want to sit here and have these guys not get fights, like because you know I want
And
to
let's
fight
be
them too,
honest,
you know what I mean?
Like, if we're super honest, like, the only reason that this is even a thing is because something happened a little while ago, you know?
Yeah, true.
So you're saying that people cried about it about losing their hideouts like a year ago, and then they implemented it later on.
No.
No,
The only
it's
reason that
about-
we're
I didn't
talking about
know
like,
that
the
it
divide,
Depends,
the way the game is right now, right? Was because of one very simple interaction between game devs and the game player base.
Zach.
Be fair. Let's not kid each other.
Oh, okay, I see what you're
Like,
saying.
come on.
I see what you're saying.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but staying with the top end of the
You can
table.
PM me. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, staying at the very top
Well,
end of the table.
There's no
Let's be fair,
reason.
let's be fair.
There's no reason that like the strongest, most experienced, best players wouldn't all play together. Like, there's no reason that they wouldn't. It's easy. It's literally easy, right?
But let's be honest, none of this was earned. It was handed down on a silver
And a-
by-
And of
Yeah.
course,
By
it's
Directly
fucking
eliminating
fun.
the competition.
Yeah, of course it's fucking fun running around clubbing baby seals. You know what I mean?
for a while.
I do love clubbing. Yeah, I mean it's not permanent though. Only so
Yeah,
long.
I'll be-
I feel like give it
right
a
back.
season or two. Maybe there will be like a force or something put together, you know, to
Castles,
bring
You don't need a
competition
force,
back
bro.
into the game.
You
know?
don't need a force. A force is a waste of time. You have time itself that's gonna take care of the problem.
True.
Time and boredom and
I love this motherfucker.
every time there's only a night, you go in a dungeon. Boom.
Work with Pendolino. Work with Pendolino, bro. Sitting straight up, what the fuck? Sitting straight up bored Pendolino to death. Like I actually saw a guild get bored to death.
Cynic literally wouldn't let Pendolino fight for like 2 weeks. Straight up. 2 weeks, like, oh, you want content? Yes, maybe I zone in. Yes. Oh, you want to turn on me? Maybe I zone out. Yes. 2 weeks. And the
That was a really good impression, by the way. I just want to say that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been working on it.
Sid, you had, I think you said you had some questions.
Yeah, so actually,
Talk to me.
Because we've had a lot of questions about Sarge in the game. Like, for you as a player, like, do you think you're a good player at the game, like, compared to the rest of the thing? Like, what you've turned into and what you're trying to raise right now, do you think you're bringing about good players in general?
Sarge, hello?
Sarge. He's dodging the question.
No, we lost him. He's probably talking to his family.
Yo, I'm back. My kids got home from school, so I had to let them in and shit.
It's okay, bro. Damn, he completely missed the
He had the door locked. He was jerking off.
the sequence.
Yo, what happened? What I missed?
I said, do you feel at this point in the game that you're a good player and that you're able to raise good players from the ground up?
To a certain extent. It's really difficult sometimes to like teach someone common sense.
Sometimes it's just impossible.
Yeah, lots of people who are special.
Yeah, I got a lot of special Antoines in my guild.
Hey, you trying to talk shit, nigga? I'm a genius.
Are you really trying to tell me about having special people that can't learn?
No, I mean, I'm just saying, like anybody.
I have all of them.
Anybody? No, I promise you don't. I promise you don't have all of them.
My mind raced, bro. I don't think like y'all. My mind raced. Hey, my mind don't. I think in 3 dimensions, bro. I got ADHD. Security. I'm a superhuman.
Yo, security, what do you?
Hey, I'm a superhuman.
I'm sure there's not a dirty window around you. I agree.
My teacher just said I got a learning disability.
Wow, that's a good one.
Bring the Polish guy. We need security.
Yeah, take it easy on Antoine. He has more chromosomes
Alright.
than all of us
All right, boom. We have to carry Antoine out of here. He'll be back in a little bit, man.
So to answer your question, like I really just think it takes a lot. Like for every 10 guys you bring in, you maybe like find 1 or 2 that are a good fit for your community, your group, that are gonna stay, that can actually like press their buttons correctly.
I have pretty much the same experience. Yeah.
Yo,
One to 2 out of 10.
What nationality, Sarge, you think the best players are? NA, one of the EU countries, bro? Because I see a lot of people, they don't give Latino gang no credit, bro. The Latinos no credit, bro. Why is that? They say your guild has a lot of Latinos, bro. Is that true?
Yeah, we had a good amount, like and a lot have stayed. Some went, back to other guilds or whatever. But as long as the communication and language barrier isn't a problem, like it's good, right? But they're no different than any other group. Like it comes down to the person. Like, can you go east when you're told, or can you know what I mean? Like some people can't. As crazy as that sounds, like some people legit can.
Yeah.
So, like you got to filter out a lot of those to find good players that'll stick with you for a long time and like be impactful in your gameplay.
In today's game, there's not that many callers or guilds that really capture my attention compared to like before. For example, there's a lot I can name in like the total time that I played this shit. But for you, where would you rank your guild, Militant, in the game today? Because it seems to me it's one of the only decent guilds. There's maybe like 5 guilds that I think are decent today. I think yours is one of them. Where would you rank yourself as a caller in today also? Not all time, just in today.
Yeah, I'm F tier for life on caller status. F
Okay.
tier for life. But as far as like we've had ups and downs, like we've had like highs and lows. Like we have been, this is season 3, including the energy surge season for us. And I would say just purely based on the fact that we didn't fold already, like we're a solid mid-tier guild. Like because the way that the game is now is the guilds pop up and die within weeks, literal weeks. So
that sounds familiar.
Yeah. I mean, just like even Bella Ella disbanding, right? Like, you know, like there's constantly guilds disbanding, reorganizing, new leadership, new focus.
Why
new
is
whatever.
that? Why is that?
It's just the guild is like transient now, or like the game is transient now. Like people just hop around all over, you know. So like just being a guild that has a little bit of staying power, I feel like, you know, does well for us, and you know, puts us solidly in the mid tier. No, we've had points like where we just get dunked daily for weeks until we figure it out, and you know, and then we have points where like we, you know, go on a tear and we, you know, have a lot of good fights, get a lot of good wins. But I'll fight anybody. I don't give a fuck. Like I fought Elevate and Escalation together on a Terry. We got fucking dunked, but like I'm still gonna fucking fight. Like, you know what I mean? So like there's not a lot of guilds out there like that. Cause we'll fight. I don't
Bro, and you know what, man? And that's the thing. A lot of these motherfuckers, especially a lot of these big barker motherfuckers in you know, some of these top guilds these days, they don't understand that, like, yeah, all right, maybe your guild's the one that got shit on. Maybe you guys got ran down like fucking dogs, right? But at least you fought. At least you got some content. Like, bro, the one thing I always fought for was like, dude, log in and fight. Who gives a fuck how many we wipe? We're playing a video game. I want to play the fucking video game. You guys should feel the same way. Like, it doesn't matter, you know, if you're wasting gear, as long as you're getting fights and it's not a complete shit show. And sometimes, unfortunately, it was. But
it will be. It will be.
Yeah,
and
but
we tell people to join.
Where I'm coming from, you know.
You are gonna get really fucking good at dying, like 100%. Like sometimes. Do you put them through the meat grinder? Do you put them through the meat grinder, Sarge? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Because I don't want to go home without a fight, which is I put myself in bad situations. I'll give up angle.
But do you give up
numbers? Yeah,
exactly.
The boys talking about learning how to lose. Homie, I used to lead PoE 1.0.
What?
Tell me how. Well, yeah, what? You were doing GVGs.
How was FK, dude? What do you want?
We were having all the fun doing GVGs and shit. And meanwhile, I was doing war camps.
BBC 1.
Exactly.
13 max.
3 minutes, so rap.
Like we had was it last week? We had a CTA. There like wasn't any really good fights, and like any fight we were gonna take was gonna be bad because like numbers and like the people that were out, like it wasn't gonna be good for us no matter what we did, right? And obviously we were by ourselves. Like I didn't have anybody like we were working with or talking to or like playing with, you know. So like we were always gonna be the odd man out in any of those fights that we were gonna take. And at the end of the day, we ended up being in the middle of like 3 fucking guilds, and we just got fucking shit on, and. You know, but like I'm still gonna go take the fight. We're gonna have hopefully some good engages. You know, we'll soak some good engages. You know, hopefully we'll last a little while. But you know, like I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Sarge, you suck. You lose. Facts.
You ever want to come to Battle Break Grassland? Just blob up in the zone. I guarantee you will have content. That's like the new red stream mode.
Well, we get good content. Like so, when I say the top is stale. The mid tier is not that bad. Like. We get plenty of fucking content all the time. It's just like
I'd say the mid-tier guilds are more competitive than ever, but the you know, it's very top heavy. The way that the competitiveness is skewed, if you would look at it on a chart, you'd see that it skews extremely to the top. And
the
and
gap
that's okay. I mean, but here's the thing: we can sit here and we can make note of that, but like people need to, you know, do what they can to make the game better, right? So I don't know. I joined Different Cloth with the intention of making it like at least a little better so that we could fight people, whether that be, you know, Elevate or Escalation or whoever. We ended up fighting them today, but we fought like China and like there was so many people in Port Sterling. But like that's what the game should be, man. People should just want to fight. Like people are so hyper focused on other shit that doesn't fucking matter. It's a fucking video game. You guys are acting like hot shit. You're clicking fucking 3 buttons like that. Like come on, man.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, so you know, and like I'm good with it. I'm good with like the role I play in the game. Like Sarge, you're bad. Yeah, I mean it's cool. Like what matters to me is like I'm having fun. Like I'm with the guys that I've been playing with for years. Like we're bringing new people in that are, you know, just joining up and same mentality, and you know, like that we have a good time. You know, and we have bad times too, where I fucking rage out and I can't figure out why the fuck they can't press E when I tell them to. But you know, like. Still log in the next day. We go at it again. It's just the way it is.
Are you balding yet?
No.
That's just me. Okay.
You have a full head of hair, Sarge?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. A lot of people when they play Albion, they either A, lose their hair, or they start getting like gray hairs. Did you notice that?
I know shaving in season 8.
You know, like my my wife and kids can do a great impression of me calling. Like that's what's happened since I've started to play Albion, because I fucking scream so much. Like
Only daddy speaks that way.
yeah, basically. those are not words for you.
All right, Sarge.
They're daddy words.
We've been going for like an hour and a half. We're gonna get to the last few questions. Top 3 guilds all time.
I mean, fucking BA, Money Guild.
Damn, true.
And I don't know. A lot of people could fight for third, but maybe I'm biased. But like the wars that we had with Money Guild and the level of competitiveness was just, I felt like it was different. Like I felt like it was more enjoyable. It was fun.
There's a lot of beef involved too.
Yeah. So I would say BA and Money Guild top 2, and then you could insert half a dozen guilds in for 3, probably.
Gotcha. That's pretty good. So for me, like I was watching the Albion War Report, right? Oh my! Everybody starts laughing. See,
shows and sees this, by the way. Move on, motherfucker. I didn't ever have trouble with you. I didn't ever do anything to you, man.
Oh,
I knew Syndic was gonna laugh.
Move on. You're old. Come on, act like it.
Come on, be nice. But see the reaction I just got from you guys, like that's not the reaction I would want.
The game to have.
The War Report, yeah, the main channel of the game to have. So if you could give one tip, Sarge, for someone like you to get more interested, to, for example, to tune in, what's a tip that you could give them? Like what should they do more of and less of?
I mean, I feel like the War Report's hit or miss because of the content. Like if there's good content or not, like they have to navigate both, right? And like sometimes like it's pretty solid when there's plenty of fights around, but like this is maybe not just for them, but there's got to be something more consistent for them to play off of, like to make the show consistently interesting and not just like a once in a while type thing. Like, oh, did you see the War Report today? It was really good, and then you don't hear anything about it for a couple weeks just because like maybe it was fucking dry. You know what I mean? So like it's got to be consistently something people want to watch, whether that's objectives being adjusted or the content being adjusted for that timer. I think they should cover more than 18. Like if 18's dead, move to a different fucking timer.
18 is not dead by any.
Like you guys are working from home. You're getting paid to look at a fucking video game on Twitch, and you're telling me you can't fucking watch anything but a stale ass 18. Come on, man. Come on.
Well, like,
some of the
motherfuckers
on Twitch.com/Albion Online need to take responsibility.
If
all right.
So 18 might not be dead right now, but it has been, right? Like you know,
it hasn't.
Like, yes, dude. I've literally watched a show where there's no fucking fights.
In Fort Sterling thing recently, things have picked up, but I agree. Before the last few weeks, it was still.
So you gotta like, why can't you look at other timers where if shit is fucking happening, if there's a big war over whatever? Yeah, absolutely. So that's my tip. Look at other fucking timers.
So one timers.
18 hasn't been dead.
What about if they
just look away when their friends are losing, you know?
Well, here's another thing. I think the GMs could make a concerted effort for the good of the game so it reaches a larger audience to not schedule fights, but fuck, dude, if you know you're on, live fucking whatever, however many people, if it even matters, at least to fight. You know what I mean?
Well, that goes back into people being too afraid to lose.
What about
would it kill Robin Hooders to wear a suit on stream like the other people? Just throwing that out there.
Nah,
and
man.
Robin's the best, by the way. That dude,
Robin is the
very
best.
knowledgeable. He sounds excited to talk about it, and he really and me and him have never been on the best terms. And if I'm sucking his dick right now, then he's doing it.
He's the best of the 3. I agree.
Well, he
makes him the best of the worst, you know.
Gets excited like when a fucking clump gets fucking deleted, like he's fucking hyped.
He's passionate.
Yeah, because
he's passionate.
he knows that feeling. He was there as a player. It's a different level of understanding.
Robin's also better at explaining to people that might be new to the game that don't understand all the crazy colors on the screen what's actually happening, So,
gotcha.
Jason, like you're, how old are you? But it's hard for, I'm sure even you. Imagine someone your age that just wants to casually fucking play on their iPad or some shit.
Exactly.
Which is, they're probably going to swipe a ton, by the way, SBI. You know, at least make these motherfuckers able to understand what's going on.
Thank you. Exactly.
Not a lot of
Voters
those
like me.
guys.
Sarge, what about if they did something more with the politics stuff? Should they get involved in that stuff, or like to display like the guild's politics and try to stir some stuff up so it gets exciting? Or do you think they should stay away from that stuff?
I think that no, I don't think they should stay away from it. It's such a big part of the game.
Gotcha.
I think it should remain as unbiased as possible.
It should, which is difficult.
Which they haven't been ever.
Right. But I mean, it's difficult in a game like this, so I'll give them that. But like, yeah, they should. Like, it's such a big part of the game. Like, the who is beefing with who and why and what happened and who used to play with who, and you know, like, I mean,
But half the time, shows and just invent stuff. You know.
yeah. Well, that goes to like putting more time and effort into like knowing what the politics are, right? Like, you know,
Any
knowing
effort.
what the beef is.
Any effort will do.
Yeah. You have to in a game like this. People don't just log in for the game itself. They're the
Of
game
course.
behind the Discord game and the politics
gives
game.
a-
Right,
Fuck
they're
about
invested
this
in like the economy aspect. Like maybe we could start by adding some type of feature like Eve does. Hey, there was 100 million lost or what, you know what I mean? Like we could start with shit like that, stats that you can add. Hey, there was this much kill fame. Like they could add, don't just talk about kill death. Don't just say, oh, that was a big end game, it was a big little E here. Robin, I think they're running. I don't really know what they're doing here. I think they're running. Like that's half the time. Like come on, man.
Yeah, it's boring. It's super boring, and it's fake. It's so fake. It's not even funny. It's a joke, really.
It's surface level, right? Surface level. So
Not
I think
even
they should look.
scratching.
I think they should look at other timers. I think, and include politics if you can to a certain extent. Whatever is
Maybe they
possible.
should do
I think
NA
politics should be like
timers.
a separate show.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. Bro, you know
Like
how much
what?
good small scale content's in NA? A lot, man. And they never give it. Bro, you're telling me they expect a worldwide audience to tune in at one fucking timer that's European centric? Like, come on, dude. Did these hello, marketing 101, not everybody fucking lives in the same piece of the world. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello?
Imagine if they had a political show and like it was like me and Queen BR, like on the show.
But
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna add something to that.
Imagine if they
The amount of the player base,
NA fights.
of the player base right now that is either Brazilian or Latin American,
Or
is,
Asian.
is that or Asian even, is enormous.
And it skews to later timers. That's my point.
Or
Which
Which are not covered.
SBI definitely needs to find people, probably more competent than the one we have right now,
Huh.
but they need to find casters for NA. I think it's necessary.
Yeah, I agree.
Seed.
I agree.
Sarge,
I
can
agree
you
with
see
it.
Seed? Can you see Seed doing that shit or no?
No, put Lint on the war report. That'll spice
Oh
it
no,
up.
no.
Nah, I think
Hell
Seed would
yeah.
be better. I think Seed would be better.
Yeah. Seed would be good. He would
You
be
gotta
good.
pass a drug test.
He's carrying. Yeah. Anybody that's charismatic, knows the game well, can represent themselves well, articulate, willing to put in the effort to, be accurate in whatever they're saying. Like those are all the key things,
Honestly,
right?
Boom, that's
I
Seed
think
right
that'd
there.
be
You
accurate.
perfectly
Not
described
accurate.
Seed.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying.
You don't have.
Oh, we were talking
Yeah,
about
be
Seed
accurate.
being a good candidate. Like I said,
I
like
think,
any of
I
those.
think he'd be better than Chosen.
I think Tazek. I mean, Tazek lives in NA. He's been on their show before.
Taz is good. Taz is really good.
Tazek knows what he's doing.
Keep
you know?
going.
But he doesn't play the game anymore, I think.
He doesn't. He doesn't really need to though. He's like a smart dude. He's a very smart dude.
Well, that's not a prerequisite for the people that are already on the show. So I mean,
Oh, yeah,
why would it be for other? You know what I mean? Let's be
I mean, shows is there, yeah.
Oh man,
I mean, what about Joe? He's got a lot of time on his hands.
Does
he's
he?
more of a background guy though.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, it's
Joe Mama or Joe Agony?
Joe, like Austrian Joe.
Joe Hans.
from,
Joe Hans
Arch.
from Arch.
Johannes. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that guy. I've been on TS with him. He's nice. He's got a cute little German accent.
Super nice guy. Super nice guy.
I got him to say "suffering succotash" once in his German accent when we lost. It was glorious.
Sarge, any by the way, any last questions for Sarge before I ask the last like one or two?
Yeah, but Moto, what's up?
What?
I don't know. You've given me the most shit out of all the people here, so I figured you
Oh,
had
that's
some
not
questions.
true. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, we're always, I guess, somewhat civil.
Well, okay.
Top 3 shot callers you hate fighting against.
I don't really hate fighting against anybody.
Really?
Everyone's fucking trash.
Top 3 shot callers that give you a hard time.
I mean, we lose to everybody.
They're not Narch, right?
Yeah, we lose to everybody. So I would say colors like dominant frustrate me. Like he won't take fights like unless like there's always like a fucking stipulation.
Okay.
Like when you fight dominant, like there's a catch. Like it's never there's always a catch. There's a blob in the next zone. It's on a level 8 Terry. Like there's a catch.
He's sitting in the queue.
Yeah, there's a lot of callers I like fighting against. DC, I like fighting against Wimp. He's a good caller. It's a good challenge. Like we've traded back and forth. Like I think it gives it's a good opportunity to get better. Like instead of just rolling somebody. My favorite caller in the game is probably Kelron. Like I've always just really enjoyed his calling. Super knowledgeable about the game. Like he's probably my favorite caller to play with.
He's so good, bro. He's so easy to work with. So fucking easy to work with.
And he's just super knowledgeable. Like breaks it down really well. Like especially post fight. Like he sees things that I don't see, which I always appreciated.
And he's always willing to scout.
Yeah, the best scout in the game for sure. But that information is important. Like it's.
I'm not talking shit, man. It is. People don't understand how important it is to have eyes. Yes. Like to let you know when there's a flying coming in, to let you know where people are rotating to.
I have an actual question that you hopefully be able to answer.
So
what is Militant doing right now? What have your objectives what have your objectives for this season, and what have your objectives moving forward?
So we've basically hit all of our like loose objectives for the season, right? Which was like we don't do anything in regards to like specifically generating points. Like all of our points have been generated like passively through content, which is why like we only have like 100k, but you only need 120k to maintain the headquarters stats in the zone we were in. That was number one. We wanted to do that like just to make sure we were good if we wanted to stay. We wanted to go at Surf, and I mean Surf doesn't mass in A anymore. They don't own shit in A anymore. Like they're gone, right? So that was number two. Currently right now, like we're talking to a couple other guilds that play similarly to us, and they have like similar focuses when it comes to content and fight. Like so we might ally up soon. So that might be coming, which is hasn't been common for us.
I mean, you guys if you guys ally with somebody at this point, like officially ally with somebody, that would kind of be an organic. You guys didn't start out allied with anybody, so it's kind of like the next organic step, right?
Yeah, so like the people that like I'm talking about, and like I don't want to put names out there until it happens. Like a lot of shit could fucking go wrong or whatever. I don't know, but like it's been through a process. It hasn't been like, oh, let's just ally up and we don't know each other. Like we don't like it's been a process. Like
what are you looking for?
Call it content. I want content. I want beef.
No, I mean like in an ally.
Someone that like does it like isn't gonna run from a fucking fight. Isn't gonna be like nah. Like yeah, we will have to be able to talk. Like you know what I mean, but. Someone that's similar mindset, like it's not the end of the world when you lose. It's like it's your guild's not gonna fail if you lose a couple days in a row, shit like that, like which unfortunately is the standard in the game for a lot. So
yeah, I agree with that. Hey, and just piggybacking off that, like for the people that are watching, you should explain what like timers you play, and if anybody wants to join, like I'm sure maybe, who knows, maybe you got somebody that's like, wow, this guy's so cool, I want to play with him.
That's true.
Yeah, so I mean Militant is primarily NA. We've started expanding into the 21 timer like a little bit, and that just really is dependent upon my schedule and like who I have on or if I have other content creators on.
As planned.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. 21 you say.
And primarily like our big heavy timers right now are 003. We also go into 05, which are the traditionally the main NA timers. We're located out of Fort Sterling. And I mean for better or for worse, like we fight, we die a lot, we win, whatever, we talk a lot of shit. I still owe some people, so like to just answer the question about like what's next, like I owe some motherfuckers, so like like I said, I don't forget, so that'll be next on our agenda when it's appropriate.
And last question for me, bro. If you could meet, I ask everybody this, if you watch the other interviews you probably already know, but if you could meet 3 people who are dead or alive all time, who would they be?
I'm not allowed to ever have met them before.
No.
Fuck.
These are people that you would want to meet.
Yeah, but like, you know, like what if I met him before? You know, like I don't want to meet him again or like whatever.
Nah, these are 3 people in history, like all of history. You could pick 3 people, all of history. Like a lot of people say Elon Musk, for example. A lot of people say Genghis Khan.
I don't give a fuck about any of that. Like I don't know. Like it's normally the people that you don't know about that you would want to meet. Like they're the real motherfuckers.
How about 3 people from Albion that you'd want to?
You know what? Like you know what I would want to do? Like
oh, we could do that too. Yeah.
I want to meet all you motherfuckers from Albion and really see what's up. That's what I want to. That's what I want to have.
Oh man.
Slice and.
Nah, even the good ones. But you know, like you see what real shit is when you're in a room with them, right?
Yeah.
Like let's see who says what then. But
you're drinking a beer with them and their hands are shaking.
Mamoto was scared. People don't know about this. Mamoto was scared shitless when he messed up. Mamoto was scared.
Okay, let's be honest. You were telling me before. All right, first of all, I saw your deck about 40 times before we met.
The boomerang. You saw the boomerang?
I was scared of that thing. I mean, I knew the size.
Oh man.
Okay.
I didn't know you were so tall though.
You saw the boomerang.
My butthole was gonna meet your dick, and it was.
I thought you were 5'4". Get that,
no, dude. Everybody was saying, I'm 6'2", man.
I'm the one.
You got in real life, man.
I
said that one time about
I'm a
my
little shut on camera. You know, I don't want to fucking be videotaped. That was wild. Like, oh, okay.
Sarge,
like,
3 people from Albion that you could meet in real life to sit down and have a conversation with. Or history if you want.
Do both.
Okay,
you gotta do both. Top 3 for both.
Okay. Listen. On the like, who do I want to meet from history? Like, like not someone specific, but like I've always thought, like, especially coming from the service, like looking back on like old like past wars, World War I, World War II. Like I've always thought like the people that dealt with that shit like had to have been the grittiest motherfuckers ever because like it was hard for us.
Arthur and shit.
Yeah, like so like I would want to like go back and like hang out with a platoon of like motherfuckers that went through that shit, like gritty, like just gritty fucking war vets from like World War I or World War II and just like get to know them because you know like I don't want to meet anybody name wise. I don't give a fuck. But like I'd like to go meet some people like that because you know similar background, similar experience, different time, different life. Like that would be dope as fuck. Just shoot the shit with them, have a beer, like Momono said, like just get to know them, like that'd be cool. In game, like friend wise, I'd want to meet Emperor and Eraser. Like you know, they were in BA, like they're brothers, just fucking super solid dudes. Have helped me endless on the guild and support and I'd want to meet like you know all my officer team. I'd want to meet Ruckus just to see.
I want to meet Ruckus too. He's a nice guy.
I'd want to meet Ruckus. I mean, I'd meet anybody. I don't give a fuck. So like, but like you know, my friends that I play with a long time, I definitely want to go hang out with them, have a beer.
So when I'm back in Vegas, we can put it in someone's back door together.
Yo, so I just moved out of Vegas.
Oh come on,
man. I did. Yeah. Hell yeah. Vegas is not a good fucking town to like live.
It's like one of the worst.
It's fucking horrible. Horrible. I know it's horrible. So both me and my wife were born and raised there, and I was there because like the work was good, money was good, but we had an opportunity to leave, so we took it and fucking bounced because it's just a shit place. But yeah, I'd want to hang out with some gritty motherfuckers from the past that served, and then I'd want to meet some homies from Albion, and maybe even a couple assholes, just to see what they'd say.
Boom. So that's it.
All right, we're just gonna have an Albion convention.
Yeah. So we've been running for about 2 hours. So that's usually how long we go, right? See, we usually do 2 hours. So that's it. That's it, Sarge. We're gonna let you go, bro. Thank you so much for coming, bro.
Thanks for having me. And if you're not a pussy and you want to fucking fight and die like a man, hit me up.
Join Militant. Like, yes,
stay
sir.
Wherever the fuck you're at, so I can fucking farm you like an idiot, or give you gear, whatever happens.
I love you, Sarge.
What's gonna happen.
All right, later, guys.
See you, brother.
Peace.
Bless.
Talk to you soon.
By the way, if you're still here, boys, copy paste this shit in the chat. You get free premium. We're gonna do it in give everybody the 60 seconds. 60 seconds to jump in.
Sarge
What you guys think?
Have to actually leave the chat.
The
You
channel?
don't actually have to leave at the end. He didn't have to actually leave the channel at the end, Sarge. What the
Maybe
fuck?
he had some shit to do.
Yeah,
bro.
he can still hang out with us. He can still hang out with us. If he's not moving, he's still moving. So maybe he has to go move.
Gonna do a giveaway.
I was just saying, like, if he has to go, we're gonna let him go, you know. But he can stay and hang out with us. Yeah, we're gonna do a giveaway. What you guys think about the whole the interview? By the way, good, bad?
I like Sarge.
Yeah, so do I.
So what are the chat? You boys in chat, what do y'all think? Boys think, chat.
The first time I met Sarge was when we were fighting in the Cold War, and you gave him he was leading a Zerg. I think he was a squad Zerg or something, and we needed him to hold the line in a zone and buy us time to get the job done, and he held that line to the last motherfucker, but he held it and we won. That's the first time I met Sarge.
He's a warrior, bro. You know what's crazy? Through the interview, Slice was hitting me up. He was like, "Bro, bring me in." I was like, "Oh, I can't do that, bro. I can't do that." So I think we gotta give Slice his own interview. What do you guys think?
Sounds like somebody should reach out to him.
Who's Slice?
Oh wait.
I thought we interviewed like, we did rat guilds again.
You know I'm thinking in 3D like Antoine, just not in the retarded way.
I mean,
Antoine is not retarded. He's a soul of a man.
He's a genius idiot. He says himself.
No, he's not an idiot. He's a genius.
He's probably like a physicist or something.
All right, boys. Yo, everybody in the chat, here we go, boys. Everybody in the chat, here we go, boys. Oh my God, that's loud.
I like him.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Interview at some point, Mojo.
You said what, Jason?
How about a Lint interview at some point?
Listen, I messaged him, but he never answered me back.
You have to write it in crayon.
It's on Telegram. They usually work.
Giveaway.
Oh, Rebane X won that shit, bro. Is that Rebane? The Rebane? The GVGer? Or is that another Rebane?
On.
You can ask him why he doxed me. World of Pain. I hope you're getting a timeout, bro.
Oh no. Wait.
Come on. Don't come in here with that doxing shit, bro.
What is the Syndicate interview?
Patience.
Nobody keeps inviting me, dude. I'm radioactive since 87.
Since 87.
We're re-rolling this shit.
I win.
Nah, Slice, I didn't know that was one of your guys, man. Sorry, but tell him to chill with the doxing stuff.
Big no.
Twitch doesn't like that shit, you know? Sandro 25X. Sandro 25X. By the way, we need the schedule. The problem with Albion players, bro, they're terrible with schedules. So for example, if we say, like, if I say, yo, Jason, May 3rd, we're gonna do a interview, you know, like he's not gonna remember that shit.
You see that, calendar.
I mean, I'm gonna remember that
the
shit.
day before, tell me not to go to the bar. I'll be fine.
Yeah, but yo, if you come drunk, is that a bad thing? Or are you gonna say some
Yes,
TOS
it's
stuff?
a terrible thing. Do you like your Twitch account? You do not want me drunk on Twitch.
Okay.
Just like a disclaimer, drunk stream in progress. Something, no liability.
Opinions expressed herein are not representative of the stream.
So what if we do a sober Twitch interview with Jason, and then we do like a separate one, which is like a drunk one. He can do a drunk
You
one.
gotta catch me at like
And we'll do that just for you,
Friday
so
night at like 2:30 in the morning
with a Twinkie.
There you go. Let's have a list of controversial subjects you want me to opine on.
What?
What are we playing after this, Mojo?
What are we playing? You want to play some shit?
I think we should do some speeches, Seed. What do you think?
Hell
Quiplash,
no,
Quiplash. I want to play a game of Quiplash.
What?
Quiplash.
Yo,
What's
I wanna
that?
hear
We'll
some
get
of them
banned.
talking
I'll
points,
get
bro.
banned for sure if we do talking points on stream.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Can't do that shit on stream.
Why not? It's TOS?
It will be.
It will be. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think one of the topics of the speeches once was why I sold my children into slavery. That's what he gave me. Yeah. So what you do is somebody makes up a topic for speeches, and they pick 3 random photos. You have to give a speech based upon that, like a PowerPoint. And you don't know what it is in advance. You got to do it on the fly.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Mr. Flacco is here.
Mr. Flacco. Is he in comms?
Yo, what's
Yo, are you still on vacation?
good? No, I got home today.
Nice. How was it, bro?
Oh my god, bro, fucking amazing. I mean, you saw some of the pictures, like that shit
Yeah.
was fucking fire, bro.
Was that still in Florida?
Stream, I just been mud. Yeah. It's like an hour away from where I live.
That shit looks sick, man. You guys had nice barbecue, a lot of steaks.
Of course.
Fakito, who
Guys,
do you think we should interview next, bro? Do you think
Dude, you wanna get a DR, bro?
he's not gonna come on?
Have you done a Gluttony interview?
I mean, I'm saying a good one. DR will be dope. Derek
gonna
is
come on.
pushing out every single time, but that would be amazing.
Dominant's not answering the PMs. Jason, we did glad. We did
Dominant
glad.
would probably be the best one. He needs to come on.
We did glad like last week, bro.
Nice.
You gotta look for Dominant inside a dungeon or some shit. You won't find him in this place.
Stupid.
I don't know, but
I believe he was in
there's a lot of good
like-
people.
Yo, Surf's title was solo for like a solid 30 days, bro, before he just got tired of getting dunked.
Damn,
Made
bro.
Surf. 30
Would a
days.
quick interview on your own stream though? That'll probably be a good interview, to be honest.
Which one? Which one?
Interview you, like me, Dirty Seed and shit in here. Fucking do
Mojo
interview.
Mojo stream.
Oh yeah, we definitely gotta do.
dude.
We definitely gotta interview ourselves at
But
some
we're gonna
point.
watch the shit out of you though. But I'm just saying, like, it'll be.
Yeah, that's
well,
okay.
on that
I'm
question
cool with that,
side.
bro. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, see, fucking Civic is in
100%.
there, bro.
But we have to do that when we don't have guests. We have so many people that we have to interview first, you know?
See if you can get Nomad in here. He's pretty good.
No, but yeah, I mean, he streams. A lot of people know him.
Who's
Nomad.
no? Oh, no, my
Missouri.
Pancho?
Pancho. Yeah, no, my Pancho.
Nazori, yep, that's a good one too.
I'm
Yeah.
a fucking cute as fuck.
Black
shit.
Boa is one person. Oh yeah, Nomad is handsome,
I
handsome
keep trying to get him
motherfucker.
to show nipples on stream, but
He'll get banned for that shit.
I don't know.
Yo,
That's
did
for
you
sure.
see the new door?
Slice probably wants to come in.
Yeah,
for sure.
Slice was trying to come in the whole time, but I didn't want to like ambush Sarge because I wanted to give Sarge his own time. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you did the right thing. I think so too. To be
Yeah,
honest.
honestly, they said in chat right now, you need fucking the big D, bro.
Bro, we
Derek.
tried, bro, but man, he's
Let me PM him.
yeah, we should all
Like-
be him. to
Like,
be
bro,
honest.
if I knew that Slice was gonna watch the interview and that he was gonna want to come on, I would have asked Sarge first, and then we would have arranged it, you know. But I'm not gonna ambush.
Now we should like if things like that happen. We should do like a one-on-one. You know, you guys want a one-on-one on stream and put everything out. We could do that, but like I feel like if you're doing an interview for one person, it should just be that one person getting it all.
100%.
Are sexual jokes against TOS for Twitch?
Most are, but
Okay, then I won't say what I asked Nomad Poncho.
Yeah. Better
Hey,
safe than sorry.
you can do like the basic one. You can't do like super sexual ones, you know.
it's risky, you know.
Nomad timed me out because I asked him if he would give another man a hand job for $100,000.
Oh, that's not
my
bad.
God, dude. Yeah.
He timed me out.
100,000? No, yo, for 100,000, you wouldn't, bro?
I would. That's why.
Of course you would. 100% you would.
Hell yeah.
I would.
$100,000.
Fucking rip the skip for dick for $100,000.
100 grand buys a lot of therapy. That's all I'm saying.
100 grand. I can buy myself a new hand.
Yeah, are you kidding me? So he timed me out for a while after that question.
Yo, Korean interview, bro. Korean interview for sure, bro.
Korean interview.
Every girl in the game loves Korean. It doesn't matter if they're enemy, not enemy. He played with everybody.
I'm down with a Voltel interview. Like a Voltel interview would be very interesting.
Hell no.
Yo, Cynic, would you want to sit in on that one?
Yes, definitely.
Cynic's like, nah, get that motherfucker away from me, bro. He's like, get that.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that would definitely be fire, but I don't know if it's a good idea.
I would watch the shit out of that. Honestly, I wouldn't even come on comp. I just sit back and giggle.
Like, there's a lot of good players, man. They've done a lot of good shit in the game. They're still left, you know.
I mean, Seed and Jason play with Voltel. They can ask him. They can ask him for me.
I'll ask him.
Get Volto.
Thank you,
Get
bro.
Volto.
Okay,
Honestly,
so yo, next week the goal is to get Voltel.
I'll ask him.